Ladies and germs, what is happening? What is happening? Um, it is certainly a night tonight. I know I'm live a bit late. Uh, I woke up late, my bad. Hold on. Volume good? What is up, people? What is up? We are live on this glorious uh day of July 21st. We've got numerous things to cover. Not really. We don't have a whole lot to cover, but we'll try to make it work. To get us started off here, we actually have something interesting. Wait, hold on. I accidentally switched over to the fucking scene. Hold on. I'll go right here. To get us started here, and I was debating whether or not I should be covering this at all, because it is a very like Republican coded topic, but it's very funny. So I feel like we should take a look at it because we have nothing else to cover. But there's this video that's been making the rounds of this like trans college student in Florida, and everybody's been talking about it. And I saw like a clip of it, and I was like, this is like the 2016 like anti-SJW like caricature, except it's like a real person. Somebody didn't make this up. When I saw this video or part of it, I thought that this was concocted. I didn't think this was like a real thing or staged. But no, it's completely real. And you know what? We'll check it out, give it a quick watch, figure out what's going on here. Let me just
AIDS gang represent, okay?
What do I have to do to get that pungent boy puss smell?
Okay, I don't know how to turn TTS off. Thank you for the thank you so much for the Streamlabs dono from dude, this is so scuffed. This is actually just so scuffed. From who's this one from? Beautiful. That is not a beautiful Tona. Let's figure out who this is from. Watch this one be from like. It's from Peepaw Riveter. Thank you, Peepaw Riveter, for the 5. No, it was from Morgs with the 5. Thank you so much, Morgs, for the 5. I love your mom, so much appreciated. Thank you, Morgs. Whoa. I predict Aiden takes 5 piss breaks this stream. It might be a shorter stream, so maybe not. Let's watch this video, okay? It's making the rounds.
What's the problem?
Why do you let those kids get away with this? They are not supposed to be here!
If you don't lower your voice, I am going
here.
to put handcuffs on you, and I'm going to take you to a Baker Act facility.
So for the non-Americans out there, isn't the Baker Act specific to Florida? Some states is 5150, and there's also the Baker Act. That basically allows people who are presenting as like a threat to themselves and others, that allows them to be committed for like a 24-hour or 48-hour period or something.
Lower your voice.
Fucking try it.
Are you threatening me?
You're threatening me.
Are you threatening me?
I'm just...
Because I'm here right now to deal with a stolen vehicle. I ain't got time to hear you screaming and yelling.
I don't have time to constantly be abused.
We'll get OPD down here then, because I gotta work this stolen vehicle.
What do you mean, OPD?
Alpha 73 University.
Alpha 73?
Can we get another unit to deal with Jay Lee here? He is having a breakdown.
See, like, most trans people that I've known, when they get misgendered, they don't, unless you're doing it intentionally, they like don't necessarily like make a big deal about it. It's just like a can you not sort of thing, and it's like, okay, fair. Like if you do it like by accident or whatever. I've never seen someone like respond in this. I know it's probably, if you have gender dysphoria, it's rather distressing to get misgendered, because like the core feeling of distress.
AIDS gang represent, okay?
Do you ever stop talking, you fucking dork?
Okay. Thank you so much for the tip from Penis Sniffer 1856. Thank you for the $5 tip. Much appreciated.
Just say the right pronoun!
What'd you say?
7351.
Get down on the ground right now.
No!
You're about to get sprayed.
Now, this person is obviously very mentally ill. This would be a case where if the person is otherwise non-violent, this person seems like they could go violent, but I feel like there should be someone more specialized to respond to a situation like this that's familiar with like de-escalation, because I think this would go outside the bounds of like the type of people police would normally be dealing with.
No!
Get down on the ground right now.
Leave me alone!
I can.
Send a social worker. This would people used to like meme on the send a social worker thing. This would be a case I think where you should send a social worker.
Come in there.
Leave me alone, please!
Okay, are you gonna calm down?
I'm getting my phone out. I have to
Okay,
film
I'm
this.
telling you. Are you gonna calm down?
Oh my! This person is so dumb. Police all you have to ask them is your body cam rolling. You don't need to edit that. Well, to be fair as well though, they could cut things from the body cam, so maybe it's good to have a copy on your end. But there was this one fucking cop that was like saying that I said something that I did not say, and all I asked was, "Is your body cam rolling?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Does it have audio?" He says, "Yeah." I say, "Okay. Well, when you get evidence of that, feel free to do something about it."
Don't charge him.
Because he was asking what college I went to, and for 18 different times, and I gave him the same answer every single time. And this guy, I shit you not, he accuses me of saying that I went to MIT earlier. He's like, "I thought earlier you said you went to MIT." I'm like, "No, I didn't." He's like, "I heard you say that." I said, "Does your body cam have audio?"
Calm down! I will calm.
You know what this is? This
I
is
will
OC
calm down
spray.
when you get the pepper spray out of my face!
Alpha 73.
Leave me alone!
I have
Just please!
pepper spray
Please!
at this individual
Just
right
stop
now.
pointing the pepper spray at me! I will calm down if you do that! Stop threatening me!
Yeah, lower your voice.
Leave me alone!
Yeah, somebody like this needs to be in a care facility, probably, or at least temporarily. They have mental illness, but they obviously don't have the coping mechanisms to deal with like real world adversity in the moment. And if that's the case, like the other thing too is though, as of before, I don't know if this is a case that like a police officer is going to handle in the best manner, because I don't think this person is necessarily very violent. I think they were about to be in like a moment of distress, but I think this would be a case where like a mental health professional would be better instead of a police officer.
Leave me alone!
Do you want to get tased?
I want you to leave me alone!
Jack.
You have been particularly abusing me!
If you come,
You did it!
if you come towards me one
You
more time,
follow me!
you are gonna.
And sexual abuse administrators!
I gotta deal
Don't
with
you
the story. I
remember?
gotta deal with the story.
Don't you remember?
Jaylee, don't.
He's
Don't
a-
focus on me, okay?
Execution 97. 13.
Okay?
Get away!
Jaylee,
You don't tell me where to go.
you need to stop.
Fuck you! Fuck you, cop!
The reason you have a police officer is that this kid can hurt people and a social worker isn't equipped for that. Well, there can be, okay, I don't know. This would be a case of like a suspect that is just like they could hurt people, I guess, but like if the officer's like using pepper spray, I feel like you could train a social worker to be able to use pepper spray so if it's needed. But like maybe a better option would be in a case like this to have an officer there, but a social worker talking to the person. So the officer could be standing off to the side, and then if the officer is needed, if anything turns violent, then the officer can step in. But the first line of contact would be with the professional who would know how to deal with something like this.
Alpha 73 University.
Jaylee,
I want to be away from
No,
him.
it's too late now. It's too late now. He's gonna be taken away.
Shay!
Jaylee, you need to stop. Stop.
It's taken.
I just want to get away from him.
I understand that.
He needs.
Shay!
He's.
Shay! 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 Stop! Miss! Tickling me! Just say Shay!
Alpha 73.
Josh, can you please just tell them to use the right pronouns? Please! You know it's causing me a lot of distress.
I need you to bring it down here, though, okay?
Okay, so I'm gonna
Police should be trained for this. They should. Police are sorry, I was texting somebody. My bad. Police are trained in de-escalation. It's just like rare, like that, but that's rarely what like, the thing is as well. Like they're trained to deal with like specific type of people that are assumed to be potential criminals, potentially violent, etc. And it's not. I don't think it's the same process you'd be like undergoing when dealing with the mentally ill, like to this extent. I think there's like people equipped specifically for things like how to deal with this person is probably autistic, I'd imagine, and like I'd actually venture to guess this is probably what we're seeing here a little bit, and they're like overstimulated or whatever, but like someone who's like specifically equipped to deal with like autistic suspects and.
so I'm gonna ask you very nicely. Put your stuff down. Turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
Under 70 to Riley and Rivera.
Not going to be arrested.
Put your stuff down.
Rivera.
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
Sucks for this person that the worst moment of their life that happened a year ago is going to be replayed forever. Well, that's been my main issue with body cam content. The whole idea of like people's mistakes being archived forever so they can never move past it is always like, it's never sat well with me because I believe growth is a part of the human experience. But simultaneously, there was actually a case coming out of Florida because Florida was one of the states, I think, I don't know if they were one of the first that like changed their body cam policies, but a lot of the body cam videos you see, if not most of them, come out of Florida specifically. You don't see many body cam videos coming out of California. I think there's a whole different procedure. But there was this one case of this woman who was at the beach on a private section. It wasn't really a private section so much, but she had the whole area of beach to herself. Nobody was on the beach. What she didn't know is that on a different area of beach, there were people that could see her area. She didn't realize this. But while she's by herself on this like supposedly isolated stretch of beach, she masturbates by herself, which is like, why would you, I get that you're alone, but like anyone could walk up, you don't know what the fuck's, why would you do that, right? But she masturbates and a cop shows up because somebody sees it and calls the police. And the cop shows up and of course she gets arrested. This entire exchange is filmed on a body camera that then gets uploaded to the internet that everyone then makes fun of. Well, what does this woman go and do? She kills herself, like after she gets released, because of this body cam video, apparently.
Oh!
Okay, so I'm only gonna ask you one more time. You can record all you want, but it's already beyond that point. We already tried.
You're stressing me out.
It doesn't matter.
I'm just asking you to please stop stressing.
We already tried to help you. So.
No, you didn't.
Like, I don't think this suspect has any intent of being violent. I think they're having obviously some sort of episode. Then they're trying to de-escalate themselves from. The officer, to his credit, is not escalating this at all. A lot of officers would be treating this very like the second this person had like sort of lunged or whatever, a lot of officers would pull out a taser and like fucking body slam this person's ass to the ground, maybe even tase them, throw cuffs on them, fucking man out. Like, so to be fair to the officer, there is like a lot of, this is not being escalatory.
Yes.
You came in with hostile intent.
Put your hands.
Be alone.
Get on the ground right now.
Don't hurt me.
Get on the ground right now.
Don't hurt me.
Get down on the ground right now.
Hey.
Okay, I think they're, okay, now they might be escalating a little bit. Never mind, I spoke too soon.
I got a couple on this.
I got come on this way. Stop. Get down now. Get down.
Leave me alone. Help! Help me!
Get it down.
I actually am in favor of maybe body cams not being available unless the person is convicted of the crime that they were arrested for in the footage, right? Unless there's like actually a conviction brought, because body cams, like, I mean, no, not necessarily actually, because there are tons of reasons you'd want, like, that we should have body cams for cases that didn't result in a conviction. But I think that in that case, it should be available, obviously, to the person that the people that it directly involves, or the media if it pertains to a like very public figure, like a politician.
Get him down.
Let go.
All right, we don't need a cheat spear.
I'm gonna spray him.
No, please don't.
Are they doing yoga now?
Don't say him. Her.
Okay, her. I'm gonna spray her.
Okay, I did. Good one.
Thank you.
Put your hand behind your back.
They say okay. To be fair, if I was an officer right now, I would not feel that all that threatened. I gotta be honest with you.
No.
Yes. I don't want to spray you.
On 3, reference.
Give me your hand.
While resisting, as you get one.
Can I? Is there any way I can? No, give me your hand. Please. Give me your hand. I just, please. I can calm down if you just give me some space.
See what's gonna happen?
Emergency north for 988 reference to
That hurt. Put your hand behind your back.
I just need space.
Put your hand behind your back.
Space.
Give me your hand.
I just need
Give me
space,
your
please.
hand.
Put your hand.
Jalen, give me your hand.
Okay, I'm gonna tase you if you don't cooperate.
I'm actually surprised this person has not been tased yet. I think that's the most shocking part of this video. Like, any of us, would have been tased, like, about 10 minutes ago.
Tase
Jalen,
her.
give me.
Why do they need space? I'd imagine this person is autistic and is probably overstimulated.
Jalen is gonna hurt, man. Just give me your hand. He's not gonna tase you. You give me your hand.
You're gonna arrest me.
No.
Give me your hand.
Yes, we need your hand.
Hold on.
Don't arrest me. No.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
You taser, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm involved.
Yeah.
Any of us? Okay, sure, Twinkie. Do you just call me Twinkie? I've actually never been called that, but unironically, never been called that before. That's a first. This person is not going to prison. This person is not going to prison. I doubt it. They might go to jail. Probably already in jail, right? But I think that this would be a case of, like, mental health diversion. They'd probably prescribe in this instance. I doubt they'll do serious time.
Stun. Sit down. We're gonna have the fire department take a look at you.
This is a big misunderstanding.
You're good. Let's just take it to
Well, actually, that would be if they don't have any priors. If they don't have any priors, they're probably not going to prison.
car.
Put him in my control car.
Okay?
Come on.
You're gonna be alright.
Come on. Thanks, Josh.
Can I have my phone back?
Why did this even happen in the first place? Well, the officer was there to respond to, like, an allegation of, like, a broken into car or something, and he was investigating, and this person inserts themselves into it and complains that there are kids that are, like, harassing them or some shit. And then in the course of that conversation, the officer misgenders them, and they fucking lunge at him, and then this whole thing escalates.
Go get your belongings, alright?
I hate you all. I hate you. You escalated this. You didn't have to pull out the pepper spray. You didn't have to continue to scare me.
Do you want more units downtown?
You knew my buddies and you set them off.
I'll live out shortly, but I think we were okay coming in.
Please step.
What? Okay.
Do not push me.
Whoa, what the... What the fuck? Huh? Okay, awesome. Is Spotify, like, what is going on with Spotify? You've been hacked? I was not hacked. Okay. But, apparently a mugshot has resulted from this arrest. Let's take a look at this mugshot. If we have it. Do you guys... Yeah, I have Amber Alerts on. Or we have Amber. Yeah, we have Amber Alerts. Sorry. Yeah, Amber Alerts are an American. They have. Is it called an Amber Alert in Canada? Amber was American. They never found her, I don't think. If I remember correctly. The original girl the Amber Alert was made for, I don't think they ever figured out what happened to her. Alright, where the fuck is... Alright, I guess we don't have the mugshot. Amber... That is not true, sir. You don't ever get Amber Alerts. I used to... So I used to stay in the basement when I visited a family member or whatever, and when I was there, I like had the whole thing alone at night or whatever, and I remember being a kid and I was watching something really fucking scary, and then the Amber Alert goes off on my phone, and I like couldn't sleep. I was so scared. Okay, what is that? Okay. So, I never covered this. Apparently, there was some drama involving digital ground game or something. And like getting kicked out of a... Like, okay, so apparently they went to go see Hasan and they were denied entry at some event he was speaking at, I'm being told. We never looked into this, and because we have nothing else to cover, I guess we'll take a look at it 2 days late.
We are about to leave to go snark Hasan, guys. No. We're gonna go just hang out with the Democratic Congressmen of America. The College Democrats of America. I need to go get a little bit more clothing on because I'm barely naked. Make us all look like a dumbass. Well, I'm just curious of a couple things. My first minutes away.
Okay, it was Darius that was...
They go snark Hasan.
Yeah, it was
It was...
bro.
It was... Why is every video on the thread playing? It was Darius...
Come on, let's get out of here.
Fuck. It was Darius that was denied entry. Why is every video on this thread playing?
Yeah.
Are you guys ready to get out of here?
I hit pause. Can you cover the Gunarine drama? If you link it, we don't really have anything else, so sure, I'd love to, but inbox is dead as fuck. They don't even bother when children do go missing. I think they assume they're dead already because surviving in the woods up here are impossible. I doubt that they do that. Alright, let's take a look.
Alright. We are...
We saw that.
Here, you can get up and go to bed. And you're like, sorry, not go to bed. Gonna start getting this on.
What time is the sun thing?
Fuck, dude. My hold on, give me 1 sec, guys. This coffee's disgusting. Hold on. Give me 1 sec, man. It's like fucking swamp water. That was actually great timing. My mom made me a cup of coffee and left it outside my room. That was very, very good timing. W mom? W mom? Alright. Sorry. 1 sec. I'm just plugging my headphones back in. Yeah, I think the cup didn't get replaced or something in the Keurig, so it fucking tastes like swamp water. Anyways, let's keep this going.
Did you empty your trash?
Question for you. Hasan. Hasan Piker. Hey, H-Dog.
Mr. Piker.
Yeah, so obviously somebody like Darius is not going to be showing up to an event. What was the event specifically? If it was Darius that was denied entry, and nobody put anything about this in my inbox, I don't know who got denied entry. But if it was Darius that was denied entry, that makes sense. He's like he's not gonna go there to contribute anything. He's literally just gonna go to stir shit up. I don't know if you're like doing like some serious political event, why you'd ever want someone. Oh yeah, Destiny got denied entry. College Dems of America conference. Got it. Thank you. So, yeah, these people are not actually going to be going there to engage on any sort of political lines. Destiny might, to be fair, he might. And I say might because he has this like obsessive hatred of Hasan, where a lot of it would seem like he would take like an alternate political view just to fucking spite Hasan, which is ironically enough what he accuses Jay Stalk of doing to him. And it's very funny because I think the way they describe Jay Stalk is like exactly what Destiny is to Hasan. But it would make sense to not allow him in because it would seem like you would just assume he's going in there to shit stir. And if you want the event to transpire as planned, I don't know why you would want to like let people in and start causing drama. But yeah, Darius is a Destiny orbiter, which someone in DGG is going to dispute, because when I called Wick a Destiny orbiter, apparently that was like insane to even say.
So the goal isn't to debate Hasan.
Please leave TTS on until you sit down. Thank you.
The goal is to ask him ridiculous questions to make him commit to the worst positions possible.
So they just straight up say it. So why is anyone like disputing getting denied entry?
Can you do your fucking job? We need new emotes.
Oh my god. Bro, I'm on vacation.
North will ask us, so North is going to ask some hard-hitting questions. I'm going to ask the questions that really make you think. But he's going to ask the ones that really hit down to the soul. I go for the, I give you dome, he gives you body. Ain't that right?
Jesus. Okay, all I ask is that
he goes no.
I'm just curious how they knew to deny them. Hasan and Destiny have had issues for years. There is no like anyone who, if you know who Hasan is, you know who Destiny is. No, that's not true. If you know who Destiny is, you know who Hasan is. Hasan's way bigger, so I don't know. But they would almost certainly recognize Destiny before he even got in.
North, I go south.
I go first. That's all I have.
That's good. He goes north, I go south.
If you want to do what you are going to do.
I just need your catch up after this.
You don't know my cash app?
Wait, can someone change my title of my stream not to Snarking Hasan? Just in case anyone does, I have to double check. Someone change it to Supporting Hasan. Supporting. Someone change stream title. Someone change my stream title now, quick.
Ryan. I'd run I'm trying to like grow a small YouTube channel.
Okay.
I would love it if I had
No,
the
you're trying to
opportunity
grow a
be able
big
to, like,
YouTube channel.
Yes, something like that.
Stepping stones.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could do it very quickly.
If somebody is announcing their intention to disrupt an event before they get there, how would anyone like contest the event organizers barring them from attendance at that event? Right? Like, sure, you could say it's like hall monitor shit or that's gay or whatever. But like, yeah, maybe if you snitch on them, but like if it's the event organizer themselves, of course they want their own fucking event to go well, and they're not going to let people in who are purposefully intending to go disrupt that.
Ryan. I'd run I'm trying to like grow a small YouTube.
Let me move myself down to hide my inactive child.
No, you're trying to grow a big YouTube channel.
Yes, something like that.
Stepping stones.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I could do a very quick interview.
Yeah, let's do it. I think they're gonna come into a panel right now. Yeah,
I have little like clip on mics.
Yeah, let's just step outside to not be.
Thank you so much.
What was Destiny's position on the United Kingdom denying Hasan entry out of curiosity?
Dude, can we delete ET's messages about it saying Jew? Dude, delete negative comments and Jew messages unless it's negative towards Jews. Just for right now.
Darius urges his mods to delete negative messages unless it's negative to Jews. Interesting, very interesting.
Can we delete ET's messages about it saying Jew?
He obviously just misspoke, but it's funny to pretend he didn't. Thank you for the 2, Will. First super chat of the stream. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Glad FAF is there is no FAF, okay? People have started, everyone's been asking about, there's no FAF, okay? We're not fucking the fans. Although I'm flattered I'm gonna have to pass. It's not happening, okay? To the guy that showed up to my house last night asking if FAF was still on, you know, I'm sure that he's very disappointed because you guys have started this baseless, disgusting, despicable fucking rumor.
She asked me why I was out here, and I just answered. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to know.
Not mention who?
What?
Wait, who did you mention?
They told me not to mention LibCon to the people here because we're not supposed to be like misrepresenting them or something.
What's LibCon?
We just said we came from LibCon. We're not actually like.
That's what I said, but then they said that's still not good enough. That we just should not even mention the name.
Have you seen what Destiny was typing in his offline before? No, that would be a great thing to put in my inbox if you had that, which you apparently do, but didn't put in there for some reason. I paid $50 for an entry. Sorry, the price has gone up by 50 more. My bad. Where is... Hold on. I might have saved some of these messages he was typing in his offline chat before. Okay, he actually typed this before. Is this guy a fucking... This is from 2025. This is from a year ago, but it's still, like, relevant and, like, further justifies barring entry from the event. I honestly think you could perfectly justify attacking... Oh, I'm not gonna read it out, but... Like, why would Hasan not allowed to... I don't think that Hasan or anyone else believes Destiny would ever be violent, right? He's not a very physically intimidating individual to begin with, but nonetheless, it's still demonstrative of like super unhinged, like deranged behavior that would further add to the notion that these people will just disrupt your event. Here's the original video.
And perfectly moral. Matter if they're DFLP, PFLP, or even former Fatah militants. Okay? It is perfectly legal, perfectly valid, and perfectly moral. Okay? 100%. This is not like this is not a gray area. This is black and white. Okay? It doesn't get more black and white than this. Israel's in the wrong. Israel is actually engaging in an apartheid, which is a crime in and of itself. Israel's doing a genocide in Gaza and an apartheid in the West Bank. 2 crimes in and of itself. And every type of armed resistance against both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in...
Leave it to Destiny to distract from the fact that Hasan was dressing like Mao. Okay, people don't understand. The Mao suit is not about Mao anymore. It's literally just political tradition in the PRC. So it doesn't necessarily denote, like... It could, right? It could, it obviously... But the suit itself doesn't even come from Mao. Originally, the suit was from Sun Yat-sen, I think. And he's regarded by both the Republic of China and Taiwan and the PRC, the Communist PRC, as being the founding father of the modern Chinese Republic by both of them. That's the only thing they agree on. But the Mao suit now is literally just used in Chinese politics, right? It's obviously inspired by him. He pioneered the trend. But
the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters like wife that participate in these Iranians. Doesn't matter if they matter.
I think he's wearing it to like LARP, like a tanky, because tankies support the PRC. Until very recently. Yeah, so Chinese political leader, like, I'm pretty sure that Xi, a few years ago, had, like, appeared in a mouse suit, and I'm pretty sure he has multiple times. Is he not? When was it? In 2021. Hasan isn't wearing the outfit to imitate Xi. He's wearing the outfit to signal alliance with Marxist-Leninists, right? It's not any one specific person. He's just doing it because that's what communists wear in China. I'm sure he likes Mao. Maoists are not Marxist-Leninists. Yes, they are. Albeit revisionists, right? Or they don't think they're, but yes, Mao was a Marxist-Leninist, albeit his innovation was third world, like the third world is instead of the proletariat, he adopted it to be the peasantry, to adapt to Chinese circumstance for his revolution. But they are Marxist-Leninists. Who's your favorite president? Probably FDR. I want to see if there's video. Was there ever any video of Destiny getting denied entry at the event? I doubt it because it wasn't an inbox, so I don't probably. Did that just happen off camera? Did Ethan ever address the Noah stuff? I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure. Potentially. There is footage. There is? That's weird. It wasn't in my inbox. Let's look. Let's try to find it. Hold up. He hasn't spoken about Noah since. He tries to get the VP of the org to let the... Fuck, dude. I wish we had this shit. Yeah, this is literally the only video I have from the event, and it doesn't even look like it's a fucking... Yeah, we don't have it. Okay. Then I will... Hold on. I came across this. This Jake Monroe guy is like... Food Shops is streaming it.
I'm promoting...
Well, I guess Food Shops has better intel than I do. This guy is like the most cringe, I think, like chud of all of them, because you have this like influx of like right-wing shorts creators, like the Angry Patriot guy or whatever, where they're like reacting to videos of like, I don't know, for example, like black man hits on white woman, and they just like sit there in their like digital cuck chair in the corner getting really mad or whatever. But this Jake Monroe guy, he's like a goth, but he's also in the all right, and he tries to like argue that like punk is it can be right wing too or whatever. It's like so cringe. But I saw this video, and this is like, now it's debatable as to whether or not I'm white. Okay, it depends on who you ask, right? I've always been white. When I went online, I was not. Right, so that's a question up for contention. My skin is white, and I would be perceived by somebody on the street as being white, and throughout my life, I have never for a moment been victimized for the color of my skin. Now I'm sure it differs based on who you are, but there's this like mentality of like the wannabe victimhood, right? And this video I think sort of exemplifies it the best.
Hate the faggot. What? I'm supposed to sit here?
Oh, dude, I need to play that is so cringe.
I'm promoting hate the faggot.
There's like no. I mean, it's like when that Isabella Moody person was like saying slurs or whatever. It's like their sayings are just like signal that they're cool, and it's like the most cringe fucking thing on earth when they say it, because it's like they say it in the gayest way possible.
What, I'm supposed to sit here and be the most hated demographic on earth? My culture, my race, my gender, everything about me is the most hated fucking thing on earth. And I'm supposed to sit here and preach tolerance? Are you fucking retarded?
That actually would make perfect sense. If people are discriminating against you because of the color of your skin, it would make sense to foster an environment that is tolerant of people because of the color of their skin, if you truly believe that that's what was happening to you.
Yes, I know. Well, I know the entire world wants me dead, but I'm not gonna.
I just, like, why? They're literally the SJWs they cry about. Like, they just look for reasons to be victims. They just look for, they want to be victims so badly. It's the most bitch-made fucking pathetic thing on earth.
Sit here and be hateful. Why do you think I'm laughing all the time? Because I'm not being restricted by this absolutely retarded.
Isn't your dad? My dad's not Latino. He speaks Spanish fluently, but he's not Latino.
Sense of morality that I'm expected to uphold. I'm supposed to sit here being the most hated, despised gender and culture on earth and sit here.
If a black guy said this about himself and his skin color, they would say that he was a wannabe victim. Everything's about race. He just appeals to color because he always needs to be the victim. But then they do and say things that are like is exactly that. It's just exactly that. Your only issue with like appeal to victimhood is that you don't get to be the victim. Not that you actually take broader issue with the concept in and of itself.
And be like, well, do you know what? I won't stoop to that level. I won't be hateful. Fuck you! I fucking hate you!
He doesn't sound like he even believes what he's like. It's just like so cringe.
You want me to sit here?
He must be the Joker, dude.
And you expect me to just take it like a faggot? Are you a silly Billy?
Dude, a silly Billy is crazy. A silly Billy? A silly Billy. I think you taking it would be less fucking gay than the way you talk. Actual fruitcake, bro. Actual fruitcake.
I'm promoting hate. Duh!
Let's see what else this guy posts. While I wait for somebody to link footage from of Destiny getting kicked out of
Jared Taylor,
denied entry at the event.
what is your advice to...
I'm promoting hate. Duh! Before I get into the story, has anyone played Dead by Daylight? Meanwhile, here's the Home Office. Oh, shocking new details have emerged from Rotherham. Until I'm presented with some solid, hard evidence that they are feds, then Patriot Front have my full fucking support. There's far more evidence to suggest that they are 100% legitimate than there is to suggest that they're feds. All I'm going to say,
feds,
to summarize, is please consider who.
Look up Mr. Hate on what website? He's a Sam Hyde fan? Okay. If he's a Sam Hyde fan that can accept that Sam Hyde is a neo-Nazi, I'm actually going to hate him less than I hate your average Sam Hyde fan. Because to even get, like, you can't even get the average Sam Hyde fan to, like, accept reality. It's always, he's being ironic. It's ironic. It's all ironic. Sam has literally done things that would support his alignment with the alt-right that were not public originally, that nobody was supposed to know about. So how would that be part of a bit? Right? He anonymously went to a white supremacist book burning. He donated to the Legal Defense Fund of a neo-Nazi, and when a reporter reached out to ask if it was him that did it, his response was, "Are you Jewish?" He's obviously a neo-Nazi. Look at his fucking Twitter likes and shit.
Who wins whenever you are suspicious of each and every single white collective? Because it's not you. You don't win. By abstaining from each and every single white collective out there, you're not avoiding feds, you're avoiding collectivizing, which is exactly what these...
If you want to know why a white collective will never work, look at Yugoslavia. Look at Yugoslavia. In America, it's white versus black because we're Americans, right? And you can take pride in, like, this group that exists as a result of, like, American circumstances, right? But go to Europe, right? Go to Europe, and it's not white people. There's Dutch people, there's Russians, there's Italians, there's Spaniards, and when you try to create some sort of, like, mass collective encompassing identity for various ethnic groups, they just find reasons to hate each other and be bigoted to each other, right? Yugoslavia forced a bunch of ethnic groups together under one common uniting ideology. They were all white, right? But look how long that lasted. Well, it lasted, to be fair, it lasted a while, okay? It lasted a while. But look at how well that lasted. People will literally just find like, when you remove, like, the obvious divisions, they'll just find ways to create further divisions, because these are people that need to take pride in some immutable characteristic that grants them superiority because they're unable to take pride in their respective accomplishments as individuals, which is the thing that you should be prideful of. And if that you can't be prideful about, it means you're a very mediocre a person. That is somebody that is very uninteresting. Like, successful people don't need to be racist. They just don't. They could be like, yeah, I have a lot of money. I'm smart as fuck. I'm better than all of you, regardless of the color of your skin. People who are mediocre need to be racist.
These communists, Marxists, non-whites, and Jews want you to do. This feeds into why aren't people doing anything? Why don't people rise up? Why aren't people more outraged? Why aren't people more upset?
Because a lot of people in the West live a good life. Right? These guys, despite these guys liking to catastrophize all the time, life in the West is pretty fucking good. And the reason that, like, Nazism worked as a movement, despite its relative, even for the time, pretty extreme ideas, was because Germany was in tatters, right? And it's like, when the quality of life is good, people tend to be less radical about things. Thank you, Tyrone, for the stickers. But, like, it's just not gonna work. Yugoslavia was a communist paint-over of Croatian and Bosnian barbarism against Serbs during World War II. It's not really a trivial... Nobody said the difference was trivial. And Yugoslavia did not end up being full-on communist. Tito originally aligned with Marxism-Leninism, but he split with Stalin in 1947 and introduced market socialism, which is sort of comparable to, China under Deng.
So, after watching the 2-hour interview with Joe Rogan and Rupert Lowe, I can honestly...
While many are content to...
Here we go!
Celebrate...
I don't think these guys are feds anymore. Holy shit. What is this?
Independence on this day. We know what these vapid displays conceal. Our people are not independent. Our destiny is shackled to 100 competing nations imported to this soil.
100 competing nations.
Bringing with them countless incompatible interests. Our homeland has been turned...
It's a competition of individuals, actually.
...to a squalid arena of profiteers and invaders, overseen by a...
Chud in a few years? What does Chud cover now?
...spineless cast of traitorous politicians. We wish for sovereignty and liberty which cannot...
When you look at the numbers are not that big, but you look at it, you're just surprised by the amount that actually showed up, but this is probably, like, from across the whole country, right?
Millennia has now passed since America's violent birth, and nothing I can say will glorify independence more than the blood of our...
Yet nobody's following a guy with a man bun. I'm sorry. If he wants to be that guy. They're fascists, right? You can see that they have the fascia in their flag. But nobody's gonna follow a guy with a man bun. I'm sorry. I would rather, if I was a white supremacist, I would rather my daughter go get married, move to Harlem, and become like a soul food chef or something, and marry a black guy, than I would before I follow a guy with a fucking man bun.
Forebears that stains this continent, consecrating it forever with the immortal legacy of the men who died for...
Jealous of a man bun? Are you serious?
So noble an objective as sovereignty. So we stand on the turning of an age.
See, a lot of these guys are wannabe Hitlers. The thing is, they just have no actual, like, charisma or anything to like there's this one guy in Ireland. He's like in the there's like an Irish far right party. I forget the name of it. Somebody knows. They were run by this guy who looks like a fucking leprechaun. Irish far right party. Is it the Irish Freedom Party? No, it's further right than this. It's like a neo-Nazi party. Yeah, Justin Barrett, I think. It was this guy. This dude's like a wannabe Hitler, but his problem is this guy's like he's like 4'8". Dude, it's so bad. They were like, he tried to like he tried to like aura farm, and it just like didn't work because like he's like he's legitimately 4'8". Where's this shit? He's like next. Hold on, where there's like a better one, and he sounds like a little leprechaun too when you hear him talk. You sent me Destiny stuff but didn't cover. I will. I will. I will. Can you stop being such a dramatic cunt? Okay, I saw that what you sent me. I'm gonna cover it. I was just waiting for somebody to send the actual video of this transpiring at the event. Okay, remind me to never bother again. Cry me a fucking river, dumb bitch. Why do leftoids? Oh my god, dude, are you a righty? You sound like a righty. You had, okay, I know. I'll get back to it. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Over on GB News, police told UK police has been community noted for overall trust in
UK. Is it all just Brit slop? Almost wins? Holy fucking delusion. Almost wins? The Nazis did not almost win. What are you talking about? Hyper military based society tries to convince itself it's the strongest Aryan military on earth, fights one war, loses. They weren't even okay. People think they look at like early successes and they think that like that is indicative that they almost won or whatever. It's like no, there's a long-term plan here, and their long-term plan was never gonna work because they were just too ambitious. Even Hitler's own generals thought that. Aiden looks like he's going to make me sign a contract for my firstborn. Yeah. They run out of fuel. Well, not only was it a fuel issue, right? Because you have to remember, the farthest advancing, during Barbarossa, the farthest advancing Nazi division was so close to Moscow that they could literally see the golden domes of the Kremlin. They could have taken Moscow. They didn't because they needed the oil so bad. So Hitler opens up a front, or Hitler directs all of them to actually turn south to get the oil in the Caucasus. And then during Bagration, I think it was, like, the entirety of Army Group South was, like, consumed. They lose at Stalingrad, they're consumed, and then the German army starts getting pushed back. Oh shit, my mouse died. One sec. But the problem you have with Germany, and remember this, okay? Remember this, because everybody likes to talk about the miracle that happened after Hitler came into power, right? People's quality of lives rapidly improved. There was like, you know, Reich-sponsored leisure programs, but what people don't realize is, and I was proud of Cal, because Cal knew about this. The immediate economic successes were because of something called MIFO bills, which essentially acted in place of a currency. And what this bill allowed them to do was, you could go to a company, give them a MIFO bill, and it would act as currency with the understanding that in like 10, 20 years time, the company could cash it in with the government for real currency, right? So they make these fake bills or whatever, they cash it in for massive military spending, but these bills and their initial success rely on the assumption that they're going to go to war one day, and whatever resources they garner in that war are going to be used to pay the companies back for the initial military expansion. So to remain in that level of success, Nazi Germany always had to go declare war on somebody and get resources and invade, or else they would have just gone back to what they saw with hyperinflation, etc. And the problem is the extent that they were looking to and had to expand to, they were never going to win. Yeah, I've been at home too long. My accent's coming back a little bit. I've been watching The Sopranos and I've been at home too long. Anyways, that's your daily history lesson. So, it starts with, okay, we have this video. Kickstreamer Destiny got banned from the College Democrats of America convention after announcing he would harass Hasan Piker and his audience at the event.
Are you guys selling those shirts?
Yes, we are.
Nice.
Climb over there.
Is that who's? Don't tell me that's who I think it is talking right now.
Are you guys selling those shirts?
Okay, it's not.
Yes, we are.
Nice.
Climb over there.
I deliver like
Are you Destiny? Yeah. We're not letting you.
Yeah, I got
We're not letting you in because we're worried about consequences. We're worried you're going to yell or some shit.
Which seems to be a valid concern, considering several of the individuals he's in attendance with have announced their explicit intent to not actually engage in good faith politically, but rather disrupt the event and make it like hard for Hasan, right?
We're not gonna, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry.
How can I not get into the...
We're telling you
I'm sorry, under like there is a better case under the definition for stalking. There's a better case that Destiny's stalking Hasan than Anna's stalking Destiny. Like, it's literally gotten to the point he's trying to go and like go and like get into like his IRL events and shit. Like, this is just becoming stalking.
we're not gonna get it. We're telling you you're not gonna get it. I know
who doesn't support the Democratic Party or whatever has probably...
Yo, Aiden, your last stream was awesome. I don't even remember what the fuck we did on my last stream.
I'm not engaging in this conversation.
Okay, I understand. Is there anybody ahead of you or anybody above you that I can speak about this?
I am the national vice president.
Okay.
Of the College Democrats of America. Yeah, but she trusts me with everything, so.
Sorry, but that's not true. Are you gonna follow it up with something?
Security. Security. Okay. You can chill. Walk out of the building.
So unnecessary.
This isn't. We're gonna walk.
No, good job. You did it. Thank you.
You're not following rules. You're making your own.
That's fine.
They are making their obviously if somebody that is coming to the event for the sake of disruption shows up, they're obviously not going to permit that person. I think this was happening in DC. I'm pretty sure. Where did I just put my... Oh, there it is. I'm pretty sure this was happening in DC. Oh, yeah, we gotta check out... There was a Jar Queeman call-in. I think we gotta check out. It's Hasan won. And takes his $280 ticket. Doesn't let him in. Face. And then we got... Wick interviews the victims that were kicked. The victims.
I was denied entry by the man named Cameron Landon. He is the vice president of the College Democrats. He refused to let me into the College Democrats.
Why? Did he give a reason?
He thought that we were going to make a disturbance and yell obscene stuff at Hasan Piker.
How many of these conventions have you been to? I'm just curious.
I went to LibCon, and I've been to a lot of conventions. These were my first political conventions, I'd
Do you have a history of being disruptive at any of these events?
Why would a history matter in this instance when there's very unique, specific circumstances that exist between Hasan and DGG, right? Where people are specifically announcing intent to disrupt. So that wouldn't really be as relevant. Like, obviously an organization, before they decide to bar you entry, is going to go through your entire fucking history. They're just going to figure out, are you there to start shit or not, right? And every piece of evidence points to the fact that these guys were there to start shit, which would obviously take away from the purpose of the event and justify denial of entry.
No, nothing. Okay,
nothing.
We'll get more. We'll save Destiny for last here. Radiant, hi.
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, we're here. So you were kicked out of this event. Are
That
you?
is true, yes.
Are you affiliated with DGG in any way? Digital Ground Game, to be clear.
Oh,
Which has absolutely no ties to Destiny, by the way, for Owlish. Yeah, this is just fucking so stupid. They know they were there to stir up shit. They know why they got barred entry. I don't know why they're whining about it. Let's go on to the Beckett stuff, okay? Because I could just loop on this. I don't have a whole lot to say there. But I want to note that last night, I got reached out to by somebody. An individual, I don't know if you guys have heard of this person, an individual by the name of Stardust. Have you guys heard of Stardust? Anyone ever heard of this person? Well, this person called Stardust reaches out to me. And why does Stardust reach out to me? Well, it's over this clip. Let's take a look at the clip. By the way, shout out to not Nicholas Story. Whenever anything happens and drama occurs, a lot of times it's started by a clip. Okay? So if you want to see content, if you want to see keynote, if I'm talking about somebody or giving a take that you like or whatever, clip like hell, folks. Clip like hell. It benefits all of us. Creates more content. It promotes me, so it benefits me, obviously. I was one of the primary sources during the Hopeless Peaches fallout. We were very close during this time. We would spend hours talking. Mons, come on. Shadow Sonic, his bro's been cozying up. I told Beckett all about what I knew about Jordan. Jordan is the Lio adopted minor. Okay, I have to. Whoa, I did not mean to. Go off. Okay, just so we're clear. Okay, just so we're being clear. I misspoke here. Okay, Lio and Jordan were friends when Jordan was a minor, but the whole e-adoption thing, I think, happened when Jordan turned 18, to be fair. So the adoption, the e-adoption, it was not an official adoption or anything, happened after Jordan became an adult, but they were friends prior, as this person was a minor, and Lio actually brought Jordan while they were a minor onto stream with their groomer. It's a whole fucking shit show. Found family. And Opal and Xavier and Coyote, I gave him the Mally mod call, and in return he used my ideas, protected me from criticism, wished me goodnight, told me he wanted to dress me up while dating Stardust. Now, what I was told by an unnamed party a long time ago, I actually don't even remember who told me this. I unironically just don't remember who specifically said this to me. But a while ago, and you know this happened because I said I actually leaked this on stream when it did happen, well before these leaks came out. I had heard a rumor about this. I'd heard a rumor that that Beckett and Monstrous were sexting, and that was like a reason that Stardust broke up with them. Now, Stardust took the time to DM me that that's not true. She didn't really elaborate, but she said that that's not true. So apparently that's not actually why they broke up. And I believe her, because if Beckett cheated on her, I don't know why she would. I mean, I guess maybe she could lie about that. But regardless, you have Monstrous here claiming that that's what was going on. So the question is, was this happening and Stardust just didn't know about it? Did this not happen at all? I'm very curious. Has Beckett commented on this? Because all we got from Beckett was a screenshot of Jay Stalk watching my stream, and he's saying like, haha, or like the fake, like stupid fucking performative laugh. So, has Beckett said anything here? Now, Jar, who's a part of this broader conflict, we need to do a cine drama retrospective, because I'm just not, like, super locked in on that, right? But there was this overriding controversy. Beckett was essentially, when Jar came after Beckett, I knew the whole discourse was going to be about Jar's past controversy, because these people need to rely on the fact that they're taken seriously by their community of retards, and the people they tend to go after are already people who have a hurt social reputation and can't really defend themselves. So they're going to focus in on that thing that hurts that person's reputation, regardless of the arguments that Jar made in his video against Beckett, many of which were relevant and are actually arguments I myself have made. Now, we go back to the Cindy Bear controversy, and from what I know, it is completely valid to criticize Jar over this, but if you're criticizing him because you're running like a bitch from the points made about you, then that's gay as fuck. But there was a claim that Jar had lied, and the claim that Jar had lied, if I remember correctly, was that Jar had claimed that he didn't read the document, which is totally believable because it's 300 pages, and this guy's not reading a 300-page document. Now, apparently, that lie was, like, negated because Jar had described an image that was in the document that he would have had to read far into to be able to see, I guess, if I understand correctly. Now, the problem with that is that Jar shows that image in his video, in both versions of them, meaning he's not hiding that he's seen this image. And you don't need to know anything else to describe. Beckett was like, he would have had to read the document as well to have described the image in that way or something. And the description was that it was it was hardcore porn or something. You don't need to read the document to figure that out. You just need to look at the fucking picture. So it's such like a bullshit like point. He thought he had a gotcha there. It just did not work. And when he's talking to Quayman, he's refusing to fucking back down. Now, Jar apparently called into Quayman and today, and I'm very curious to hear what he had to say. I think we should take a look at those. This is an ongoing situation. I think that there's a powder keg. These like ACC guys are everything that we've been described in terms of cabal. Like, there's apparently private deals being made to, like, not cover or sweep for certain people. There's, like, orders being given by Beckett that are being leaked. And I'm just, like, very curious to see the full extent of all of this. I hope Malcolm is covering this, because I'm not locked in enough to be able to adequately cover this. I hope that this is being covered to some extent by Malcolm. I'm sure that it is. But let's take a look. Queeman. Oh, the VOD's gonna be on Kick. Fuck my life, dude. Queeman Kick. Does anybody know the timestamp? He's on vacation right now, Beckett. We're also gonna check out the Jar Willie Mac video. You know, actually, let's watch Jar's Willie Mac video first, okay? Then we'll check out his call into Quayman. But Jar released a video on Willie Mac, and I've known Willie for close to a decade at this point. I used to be very cool with him. We had a falling out. Apparently, he called into Tommy's stream the other day to talk about me. So we'll check that out too. But I viewed Willie at one point as like what I ended up viewing Quayman as, right? Willie was calling out the community from within at the time, and I thought that was like cool or whatever, how he was going against the British cabal of like, I'm Alex and co. I thought that was like really cool. Obviously, I found out that he's just as, I guess, cabal-y as they were. And Willie Mac show, just a robot. We'll check out this video. I will give a forewarning here. I'm gonna criticize it if it's not a good video, even if I agree. So hopefully nobody gets offended. But
Habibi, my brothers and
let's
sisters.
take a look. Well, if it's bad, maybe we can give him some constructive criticism since he's watching. No, I didn't mean to... No, where is it? Hold on. Control C.
Habibi, my brothers and sisters in Allah. It is I, just the Muhammad, and I...
Oh, not this again, man. Again?
just got done saying the
8,000 Muslim jokes inbound.
Shahara, as those who are subscribed to me are well aware. I have been looking into the commentary bros and witnessing them committing haram. And by haram, I mean sweeping. Lots and lots of sweeping. I made a trilogy on Nick, then I briefly covered Beckett to give him a quick spanking. But while I was looking into Beckett, I found some stuff on Willie Mac. I've seen about a dozen of this guy's videos and I can't remember.
Malcolm immediately came back with a concussion. We got one 1 hour stream. I have not kept up with Malcolm since I stopped the Lio coverage, because that community ended up obviously not liking or whatever. So I haven't really I've been cool with Malcolm, but I haven't beyond
A single one of them. He's in the same circles as Destiny, Ethan Klein, and Nicholas Diorio. In other words, he's an infidel, and infidels need to get put down. We'll start off covering the stuff involving him, Destiny, President Sunday, Beckett, and of course Kuimon. Ever since I've seen that clip of Chud
Notice how he gives a little giggle when he says Queeman's name.
Logic calling out Tom and the others for sweeping for Destiny, I knew there was more to this story than either me or him thought. And I think Willie Mac is the next piece of that puzzle.
I didn't want to face Malcolm's community after the Lio shit either, because I think the worst part about my drama was, like, I feel like I just, like, disappointed a lot of people, and, like, I think that's, like, I don't care if somebody hates me. Like, I'm pretty good with that. I'm used to having people hate me. But when somebody believes in you, and you disappoint them, I think that is the fucking worst feeling on earth. Like, you can't even face them.
Despite all the heinous stuff Destiny has done, he's still relatively doing perfectly fine on YouTube. That's entirely because at the start of his
I'm a minute behind, but it's ironic. You were the one saying people are in cabal. I'm not in a cabal. You'd be so surprised. Like, the image people have of, like, me colluding with whoever it's convenient for them to say I'm colluding with is, like, so far from reality. You know how many people hit me up and are like, hey, Aiden, let's call. Never happens, man. Nobody's ringing my fucking line. I mostly hang with, like, the nobodies, and I say nobodies with all due respect. I prefer nobodies, but, like, nobodies in my server who don't really have much of a presence.
Controversy, the commentary bros tried to downplay what he did. They still wanted to get use out of him after all. Not only did they not cover certain things Destiny did, they actively discouraged people from talking about Destiny's more egregious actions. Last month, President Sunday made a video on Nick. It had some very interesting information in it.
I want to build my own community, and it's never going to work if I'm just, like, orbiting other people or coordinating with other people or whatever. I want my own thing.
I was going to add it to my third Nick video, but then I realized I didn't know the Destiny situation all too well. Despite it being fully edited, I decided to cut it out. Luckily, I didn't send
Cosa Nostra, our thing, man.
The video to anyone, so no dipshit could upload it before it was ready. Yeah, apparently I have to deal with that now, even though I've heard of no one else dealing with something like this. This 100%—
They're trying to take him down, it's very obvious. They're panicking.
Proves the discrimination my people, the Muslims, have to face. For context, President Sunday and Beckett, aka Cope and Sweep, looked into publicly
based
available information about one of Destiny's victims. Beckett, being a spineless moron with no opinions of his own, fell on his knees and begged Willie Mac for forgiveness and admitted he was wrong, even though he didn't actually think he was wrong. My people literally blow themselves up.
Beckett's strategy on everything is to be the moderate, and sometimes he'll slip up and, like, do something that's very, like, sides aligned or whatever, but you will just never win being the moderate. Everybody demands more from you and views you as spineless and will eat you, right? Like, Beckett is sitting on a powder keg. I'd imagine, I don't know much about his community, but I'd imagine, like, look at how this monstrous person, like, look at how people have flipped. Like, I'd imagine, like, the second, like, shit just isn't, like, he's so spineless that, like, people don't have the super vested interest in running his defense when shit goes wrong, and the second this guy gets into a drama of his own, it's gonna be fucking horrible for him. I mean, he's been in drama zone, but, like, a drama zone where he's getting shit on by his own people, which it seemed like, recently, he sort of was.
Up for their beliefs. This guy went back on his principles just from a little bit of internet backlash.
But it's like a community of, like, hypersensitive, like, losers that you have to always appease, that will never be satisfied. The goal is to, when you have a bunch of new eyes on you, make everyone hate you from day one, because the guys that stay are the people that are going to be loyal.
Kuimon, of course, being the sharpest crayon in the toolbox, pulled Willie Mac into a call and pressed him on things. This caused Willie Mac to spurg out like a child who got caught with their hand in the cookie jar. But I'm getting ahead of myself.
You guys I don't even know if Queeman remembers this, but when I was coming back onto the scene, and when I tell you I had not been keeping up in the year I was gone, I didn't start keeping up until the Boogie stuff. That's what I started watching, and that made me want to come back. But in, like, the year I was gone, and the year before that, I was also sort of gone. I was, like, in and out, right? I hadn't been keeping up with shit. I was re-entering a new scene with new players or whatever, and I met Queeman, and I ended up having a conversation with Queeman. and I was asking like, how do you build a community or whatever before I was like coming back and doing this shit, and he explained this concept to me that I think is relatively accurate, about how you get into drama, you get hated because when you get into more shit, right, every time you're taking away a few people that actually side with you, and when you're widely hated as a result, the few that you get every time are like 10 times more dedicated, because it's like the justification effect or whatever. Sunk cost.
Let's go over Willie Mac's video on Destiny so we can get the proper context.
I want to preface this video by stating that I was the only one that reached out to everyone involved in this story.
4 seconds in and we already got a lie. That's gotta be a record. But don't take my word for it, the link to this video is down below. This is literally the first 4 seconds.
I took Willie's side on this. People don't remember. I actually took Willie's side on this because I viewed the spicy chat crowd as and to some extent this is sort of true to this day, as like hyper obsessed Destiny A-logs that you'll never satisfy because they've been involved in this for 10 years and you're involved in it now, and you're never going to say everything they want you to say or whatever. They're never going to be satisfied, and people are being really harsh on this Willie video or whatever. Now obviously my opinion has changed as I have learned more. But
seconds of his video, he didn't reach out to everyone involved and he knows it. But we'll be going over that more in detail when we cover the call with him and Kuiman.
Destiny is a political streamer that has framed himself as a moral authority. I've gone on his shows, cited his appearances often when covering the Red Pill. He's framed himself as someone who's fighting for respecting women.
Well, you can really only respect a woman when she's following the Quran and wearing a hijab. Ladies, if a man is always talking about how much he respects women and wants to fight for their rights all the time, that is the biggest red flag you can possibly ever receive. Willie Mac is making a very good point.
Ladies, you want a guy that's just gonna call you a cunt, okay? Because you know, at least with that guy, you know exactly what you're getting. You know exactly. I'm kidding. How bad is the word cunt? Because I remember, you know, I'm from New York. My parents didn't care if I swore growing up. Like, some parts of every other sentence is like fucking, fuck this, fuck that. But the one word that I could never, besides the N-word, the one word that you would never be allowed to say, and if you said it, there'd be like a, like, sort of fucking rat, was the word cunt, okay? I just say that a lot growing up, and, like, if you say cunt, like, they'd get, like, very fucking, like, how could you ever say something like that?
Point here, I totally agree with it. Unfortunately, he gave away that he was really close to Destiny, claiming that he's been on his show and used him as a source plenty of times. Jar, in the name of Allah, how is that a bad thing? Because in the very next clip, he goes over some of the sussy stuff Destiny has said.
He thinks teenagers should get dating advice from him rather than their own stupid parents.
Person comes up to you and starts saying some weird stuff. You just sit there with this 13-year-old and then you start having conversations extended about them about dating.
Yeah, I have before. What do you mean? No, would I tell if a young person came up to me and they were asking me questions about some like boy problems or something? Yeah, I was like, yeah, of course. What do you mean?
He has before? He has before. I thought, okay, when we were always talking about this clip, we were always, like, the argument was this is what Destiny would do, right? Which doesn't make, like, that establishes his standard regardless of if he actually did it. But apparently he has actually done it.
35-year-old man, of course I'm going to have better advice for them than some random high school person. Yeah, of course. If a 15-year-old girl, she's like, there's some weird...
See, in principle, that sounds correct, right? Typically an older person probably would be able to give you more insight. The problem is older people that are willing to talk to kids about that many times are older people that are not talking to them with good intentions. So this advice rings true if we're talking about family members or, you know, close, personal, you know, like your dad's best friend or something while he's in the room, or like shit like that, right? When it's strangers online, that's actually pretty harmful advice because it's normalizing the notion of minors talking about romantic or sexual concepts with strangers that are adults, which we shouldn't normalize.
Going with the boy in my high school and say, oh no, don't talk to me, honey. Go ask another 15-year-old boy, or ask your retarded fucking mom and dad who are going to tell you to never talk to any boys ever. No, why would I not talk to your person?
Well, why would you don't know what I mean, that could be that the parents don't give sound of them totally fair, right? But then you'd say, do you have a cousin? Do you have...
Wait, what?
This is by no means the only really sus stuff Destiny has said over his career. In plenty of videos, I've played a clip of him saying 15-year-olds are hot.
Sure, yeah. Okay. I mean, like, what do you want me to say? Like, there are 16-year-old chicks that are really fucking hot. I was like 23 or 24.
Willie Mac just admitted in the last clip that he was close with Destiny and used him as a source. So he 100% already knew Destiny was saying shit like this. He talks like this all the time. Maybe there's a chance that Willie Mac somehow just missed every single example up until this point. The point when he was getting canceled. But Nick, Turkey Tom, and the other commentary bros were also close with Destiny. And they talked to each other
Actually, I'm one of the 16-year-olds Destiny talked to about relationships.
One of the worst things you
Hold
could
on.
probably...
We gotta go. Let's see if we can find the part where I call in. Wait, let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find the part where I was on this stream. Wait, why did it just relink the jar video? Hold on, I think it's... Wait, I didn't realize the pinned comment... Wait, DGG gave me the timestamp. Look at the pinned comment. Holy shit, this guy's been snarking his whole life. I think that's about me. I didn't even realize... Dude. Anybody trying to word it like that is dishonest.
Okay.
I do think that this is a little strange. I mean, I don't think that this is like a completely normal dynamic.
Sure, and I can kind of sort of agree with that. But
yeah, I'm like 16, I think.
Wait, just real quick. I promise I'm not doing this just to like own you or anything. I'm not trying to do that. But like, how old are you? Just so I can get a perspective.
17.
Okay.
Oh, 17 actually. My bad.
That's cool. Okay, that's fine. Okay. I'll say this, and maybe it won't.
This was like, dude. This is. Dude, Messi is bathing Yamal. It's like, no, I'm kidding. That's retarded. I was gonna make that joke. That's retarded. But yeah, this is like Better Call Saul, when like characters that are gonna meet in Breaking Bad have a brief crossover. All right, where is All right, here we go.
Frequently. Can you honestly tell me with a straight face that none of these guys ever heard Destiny say something sus one single time, and they all just magically learned about it as soon as he started getting canceled? Some of you might argue that a roughly 40-year-old man finding 15-year-olds hot and talking to minors about sexual topics doesn't make you a pedo. Do you know who would disagree with that opinion? All of these motherfuckers. Every single one of them have called people pedos for less while being fully aware of the shit.
I wasn't debating Destiny back then. I had called in. I think I gave him pushback a little bit, but I was honestly like a little bit scared of him as a debater back then when I was like 17. You knew I'd get crushed if I tried to give any substantial pushback. I gave him initial pushback. I ended up agreeing with him on his argument at the time, which I think is still true. And I think that in that situation, that's one of the few times I can say I think Destiny did something good in that situation. Because I think somebody was going to falsely, as a result of that, be called a fucking pedophile over a 3-year age gap. So him coming in there and sort of changing the whole narrative about that, I think was very useful.
Destiny was saying. But what's the context for this clip? After all, Willie Mack...
Destiny's already gone back to that. He was talking to food shops, and he's like, did you know, like, this kid, like, 4 years ago, like, they literally went back into, like, my whole history.
Didn't provide any. After looking into things deeper, it turns out that the context actually makes this clip even worse. Destiny was actually defending the actions of Drake, claiming what he did was okay. Yes, that Drake. The guy who made my favorite song when I
Of course he
was 14 over. I'm not making the claim that this proves that Willie Mack is subtly sweeping for Destiny. He probably just forgot to add in the context, so I'll give him a freebie for this one. Allah teaches forgiveness, so I will offer my enemies forgiveness as well. And if they refuse, I'll fucking murder them.
Then there's the aspect of how these stories broke.
I don't think it's a good... I don't know if Jar is still here. I don't think this is good for a video to just respond to the video that everybody's already responded to. If you want to make a video on Willie Mack now, you should do it like in many times a retrospective style where you're briefly summarizing these things. And like if you want to, like for example, like there were really good criticisms made in this video, made by people like Quimman, for example. I'll be linking his video in the description or something. But essentially what happened here was, and then you briefly explain it, briefly summarize, then move on to the next situation, and then at the end, you give your what this all means, the broader takeaway here. Thank you so much, Will, for the 5. Super fucking generous. Biggest super chat of the stream. My new best friend, personally, Will is me. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated.
From 2 YouTubers, President Sunday and Beckett, who never reached out to the victim, were never given permission to share any of this, yet they did it anyway, confirming it's her and the leaks to the general public.
This is the part of the video where most of the viewers are going to be very upset and confused with me, especially if they see my last video, because I'm going to be defending Beckett. I know, I also threw up a little bit in the back of my mouth when I said that. If Beckett or President Sunday reached out to the victim, it really wouldn't have changed anything. Yeah, they should have reached out to her, but it's not really a deal breaker if they didn't. Drama channels constantly, and I mean constantly, cover victim stories without reaching out to them first. Oh no, Beckett and President Sunday did the thing that every other drama channel did. Also, Willie Mack is framing this very dishonestly, because the information they leaked was already public. Sure, most people who were...
The war on Beckett needs all hands on deck, because this shit has gone on way too long, okay? And the thing is, many people are acting like Beckett in the context of Beckett. Many people are refusing to pick a side or speak on this at all. I don't have any... There are no names that ring a bell right now as I think about it. I'm trying to figure this one out. I forget who exactly is doing this, but there are many people very scared to step in and take a side. I don't know if you watched the latest Stardust stream. I'm pretty sure she says, I'm not sure if he cheated on me. I don't care if you had that clip and you're telling me about it now? Right now. What a... Dad. Thank you so much, Kinetic Cal, for the 20. Biggest super chat of the stream. So true. That is the biggest super chat of the stream. Thank you so much, Cal. Much appreciated.
Covering the Destiny drama, didn't know about it, but big.
Well, okay, I don't think Stardust lied here, to be fair. I don't think she lied. I think when she said that's not true, I think she was saying that the reason they broke up was not that he cheated on her. She doesn't really seem to be certain on whether or not he did. What is her YouTube channel again? Like, Talking with Star or some fucking... Talking with Star. What is her fucking... Stardust... What's the name of her channel? Small Talk, thank you. Alright, let's take a look at our most recent stream. From Small Talk.
One of the worst things you could probably
Wait, no,
do to
not-
somebody.
Why is nothing ever copied to my clipboard? Whoa, fuck.
Откуда будут снимать? Оттуда? А, отсюда снимать, да?
Это фон. Здесь Федя, здесь вы.
Кто сказал?
She sounds a little bit different. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if she has like a cold or something. Just a little different. Dude, I'm trying to find the actual channel. Okay, I'm not trying to be a shithead here. Small Talk. Stardust. Talk about a branding nightmare. Nobody can fucking find your channel. Stardust IRL? No, Stardust. Okay. No, okay. The channel is called Stardust. My bad. The channel is... Wait, this is not her live stream channel. Okay, found it. Thank fuck. Alright, here we go. There's a new Avengers trailer? Addressing the allegations, snarking. Why did nobody link this fucking stream? She actually responded to the allegation, and nobody told me about this until now? And this is on purpose, okay? I'm gonna start taking it personally. This is just on purpose. Also, why do you have a 23-minute fucking waiting screen? That's crazy. Do your own job. This is not my... I get paid enough to be here. I get paid under minimum wage hourly. I get paid enough to be here, man. Beyond that... What do you think I'm running? A fucking charity?
Racist. Do you feel... Okay, yeah. The snarking / harassment of me, like, I didn't even call it snarking.
And we get paid nothing, so agreed. But if you give me if you're like watching something, I'll make you a deal. All you do is click 2 buttons, you just copy and paste into the inbox, and I'll pay you back by giving you some content.
Okay, like, I've been dealing with it for so long.
Could be like a symbiotic relationship.
I think I just called it like A-logging, right? The A-logging of me had been going on for so long that, like, I'm pretty...
You need a producer? I do need a producer, unironically.
Used to it. Though I won't say it doesn't, like, stress me out a little bit. Yeah, obviously it does.
Like 4 or 5 of us linked it to Dickers. Really? This is a response to something that I suppose I wasn't really the one that leaked it. But this is a response to something that I leaked on stream. And someone sees this and decides, you know who I'm going to send this to? Dickers?
It's you know, sometimes it stresses me out a lot. But I think I've been used to certain aspects of it for a while. Like, okay, I know now if I like post any picture on social media,
It's more the victimhood shit. Like, I actually, and I hate to admit it, and I don't know, listen, I think it might literally just be because she's a woman. I think I afford women some additional sympathy sometimes, unintentionally. When she was complaining about, like, people being super mean to her or whatever, I know what that's like. I know what it's like to be somebody that's naturally very annoying, that tries to exist within a group where everybody, like, despises you no matter what you do. So I felt, like, a little bad. But the problem I ran into very quickly is that I began to look at, like, her behavior, and once again, she voluntarily has assumed a role online that puts her in regular proximity to and puts her as a part of very volatile communities where insults are thrown regularly, shit talking is conducted regularly, people will dig up whatever they can find on somebody's past to smear them in the worst light possible. It is a very, you know, volatile, vitriolic place to exist in, and as an adult, you know that that is what you were signing up for. So I can't fucking feel bad for you when not only do you exist as a part of that community, you say purposefully outlandish shit intended to evoke more of a negative response. You have flung shit at people yourself by, like, saying, like, fucking, you know, with Jalen, like, saying that Jalen doesn't act womanly or whatever. Like, you are somebody that regularly shit talks others. So I don't understand how you could be like this bitch made while voluntarily assuming that role.
Immediately it's going to get pried over and like picked apart. I know if I do any type of stream anywhere, like it's going to immediately get like pried over.
And the funny thing is, she's so wrong because, and nobody's going to believe this, I didn't hear a word about her for months. From when she's not actively doing shit, nobody's talking about, not in the sense of like not doing anything, but like doing outlandish shit, I don't hear anybody talking about her. It wasn't until she more consciously aligned herself with Destiny's Defense and started making absurd comments that talks about being a woman so much. I want to talk about a comment that spits in the face of women when you're trying to minimize the crimes of an individual who has violated, I mean, obviously short of rape, but has violated the consent and privacy of women in arguably some of the worst ways possible. When you are minimizing that by lying to your audience that you think that 50% of men have shared non-consensual sexual images of women. All that statement, first of all, that statement is going to be wildly incorrect. Second of all, the only reason you're making it is to downplay and minimize the negative behaviors of the guy who has treated women horrifically that you've aligned yourself with the defense of. So I find it very funny that she always likes to do this appeal to womanhood. I'm a woman, I'm a woman, I'm a woman. The snarkers are sexist, etc. You're actively hostile to women. I mean, one of the violation of the consent of women is an issue that they've fought for so long to be heard on and are still doing so. So when you're trying to minimize the bad behaviors of men, you're spitting in the fucking face of their victims. Thank you so much, Kel, for the 5. I'm getting used to certain aspects of this life. Fries in the bag, gal. True. Listen, you gotta be ready for this shit. Like, if you're gonna take this role online. You think I like people, I don't know. You think I like when people are like, you know, blowing up like my sexual history, or leaking shit on me, or insulting me in every conceivable way? And of course I don't like it, right? Nobody has to like that. But it's okay. I put up with it because I know that I have some controversial things to say. I want to fling shit against other people, and I know there are going to be people that really fucking hate me that are going to do it back to me. So I enter this with the mindset of, I got to put up with every mean comment in the book, short of doxing, right? That's the area we don't need to accept, and we shouldn't, okay? Doxing is, but like, besides that, below that, when you were taking this role online, you know what you're signing up for, and you got to be okay with it.
Over and picked apart. If I bring anybody new into my life, they're immediately going to get like all sorts of like attention on them, like negative attention on them. Though I am glad to see that, like, I'm not the only one suffering through it now, but it is still kind of fucked up to say that. Like, I remember saying to Destiny recently, like, after we reconnected, like, I know.
No, Wendy, I did not dox Lio's wife. Any information that I was accused of providing, her and her husband had provided to the internet multiple times that were blown up by their close associates multiple times, years before I knew who either of these people were.
It's fucked up, but it is like nice to like not be alone in things. And to not be alone in like basically going through the ringer of.
Are we serious right now? She talks like a cancer patient. I thought that Queen and all them were being especially mean to her. I then looked into the history. The shit she said, she actively incites it, and she knows she's doing it. She'll purposely go out of her way to try to provoke people. Like, for example, and you're, oh, you could use this logic to justify women that get hit. No, that would be a tactic that is never okay. I think it's okay to be mean to people online in many contexts, right?
Like all these deranged psychos, right? But yeah, I do like. Yeah, anybody, like, even my mods used to get it, I feel, you know? Like, people would, like, pick fights with my moderators.
Like, when I see people making fun of her dad, for example, that is, like, a level of indecency for me, where it's like, you have to unfortunately, you do have to put up with that by assuming the role you assume online, but I could sit there and say, okay, that's a little bit poor, like, maybe let's not. But I also know that when you put that information online in the community you're in, they're going to use it to make fun of you. So, like, good example, you know, I suffered two deaths this year, right? And I didn't die. People close to me did. And I didn't tell you guys the moment it happened or whatever, because I knew I was going to get made fun of for it. And I wasn't in like a fucking mindset when that was going on where I was going to be able to handle that or whatever, being made fun of for people dying or some shit. So I chose not to tell you guys. But if I did tell you and you started making fun of me for it, that would be my fault because I know where I exist.
Because they knew that they modded for me. So, I don't know, it's just, yeah, it's like a whole thing. Oh, people are taking it seriously. Oh, there are allegations against Star? That's so funny. Oh no, where'd my chat go? Chat, where are you?
Hope you hold, I'm fine. I'm fine. I was just like in the moment. I was just like a little bit like, you know, caught off guard by it or whatever. I don't really view death like I guess I used to, or a lot of people do. I think we're all going there. We're all going there. We're all on a train going to the same spot. Some people get off earlier, but like when I think about it like that, I don't necessarily get like all, you know, crazy if somebody dies.
I lost my chat. Oh, okay. That's what happens. Okay, anyways. And then before I knew
the only hard part is when you miss their former presence, so you want to call somebody to like tell them about some funny shit that you know they'd laugh at, and they just can't pick up.
But like I couldn't even type in like my boyfriend at the time's chat because like it was just filled with people who like fucking hated me and A-logged me. But yeah, I mean he changed it to his credit. You know, he did fix it once he realized.
Wait, let me
times chat because like the
Also, she expects a level of like treatment for her that she doesn't like expect on others. So when that recording was being taken out of context by DGG in a recording where I was obviously making poor taste, edgy fucking jokes in a format that even Wick acknowledged privately, agreed privately that I was in fact joking, but he was going to pretend otherwise because it was tactically beneficial. She was sitting there and she was like reacting to it on stream, and she was like, this kid was so nice, I don't know what happened, talking about me like I was a murderer because I was making jokes that were obviously taken out of context. Then when I'm talking to her on that one fucking stream, she's saying to me that I forgot what it was that I covered, but her complaint was that I never reached out to her beforehand when I was covering it. Where was that courtesy for me? This was after she did it, by the way. This was after she had fucking, you know, I didn't expect that she had to go reach out to me in advance. Obviously, that's obviously preferable if somebody has confusion. But she's expecting me to do that for her.
Community of that person, and that person didn't even realize. And then before I knew it, like I couldn't even type in like my boyfriend at the time's chat because like was just filled with people who like fucking hated me and A-logged me. But yeah, I mean, he changed it to his credit. You know, he did fix it once he realized it really was like an issue for me. But I don't know. There was a long time where it just felt like I couldn't like exist anywhere, if you know what I mean. So
have you ever done some introspection to ask yourself why, and it has to go beyond you being a woman, I'm sorry. I am sure that a lot of the hate she gets and the reason her jokes aren't considered funny many of the time is contributed to by the fact that she's a woman. The internet is unfortunately a very sexist space. We get that, right? But the level of hate she's describing goes beyond what most women describe their experience online being, and it's exceptional. I think she'll even acknowledge that. So my question for her is, what does she legitimately think she does that makes this hatred exceptional?
But yeah, anyways, back to this whole broader thing. Now, like Destiny, like obviously Destiny is having it much worse, right? He's got these people like prying through his court case, and he's got like the wrath of like Kiwi farmers going over his shit as well. And you've got like, you know, a couple of different communities.
If you cannot handle it, stay out of this drama. Do not align yourself with the defense of a guy that has done sorry, I don't want to say, if I say unforgivable, that gives the wrong impression. A guy that has done horrible fucking shit and is unrepentant over it. If you don't want to put up with hate, don't publicly align yourself with that guy's fucking defense. And if you have every right to align yourself with his defense, be my guest. But if you do that, people have their right to talk shit about you. I don't agree with people that went out and doxed her. I don't know who did that. It was apparently somebody on Kiwi. Well, actually, no. So there was a claim that she got doxed by KF, right? That was a big thing. And she did, apparently. But it turns out the guy that actually doxed her was some, like, righty that she used to hang out with or beef with or something. Like, the guy that had originally, like, done that shit. That's not okay. There's no reason that should be happening. That's not okay. But anything short of that, like having, like, people talk shit about you, etc., welcome to the internet. Welcome to this fucking space. There is literally, I mean, even people like Destiny acknowledge how volatile this is, right? Where someone's gonna die over this or something. You know, although that's dramatic, this is serious shit. People's real lives have been pulled into this. I've known of somebody that apparently had to deal with somebody IRL because of this. People have been doxxed over this. I mean, this is like a very fucking volatile thing. You're choosing to be a part of that.
These that are really like going in on him. But yeah, I don't like to see like a friend of mine getting picked on like that, you know? That was probably like the last thing I wanted, because everybody like thinks they can handle it until they actually like go through it, you know what I mean? And like when it like comes down to it,
I'm sorry. She saw what happened as a result of my drama in London, right? I was getting I lost connection, I was getting shit talk for months, etc. She sat there, looked at that, and said, I'm gonna go dig this back up to cover it and misrepresent it to make him look like a fucking serial killer. So it's just like hard for me to afford any sympathy to you on any of this anymore.
I think a lot of people are like not really prepared, and we don't like really talk about the people who burned out pretty quickly,
like
right?
It's cry bully shit. That is what it is. It's cry bully shit, and I fucking hate cry bullies. Like people that just assume, people that just are totally fine with throwing the punches, flinging shit, and then the second it happens back to that, all of a sudden there's some magical factor that makes it different, and now all of a sudden not okay because it's not them doing it and it's negatively affecting them.
Like that we see like the people that we remember and the people that we see. God, dude, I must look like a crackhead. I must really look like I'm tired. The people that we look at and we see
does not look literally any different than she probably did yesterday.
On a regular basis are the ones who like stuck around, who didn't like super burn out really quickly. But there are like countless others that did, like we don't see anymore, right? That got a little bit of harassment or got like,
and then you realize, hey, I can't handle this. I can't handle this. This is not the place for me. And you decide to pack it up and go do something IRL. Now, if somebody does that, if you go and try to keep fucking with them, I think that that's like completely counterproductive and shouldn't be happening. But if people try this out, realize it isn't for them, and decide to leave off of that, fair enough, right? That's what you should do if you can't handle it. You exercise some autonomy, exercise some agency, and decide for yourself as an adult, hey, this is just not my thing, and go do something else.
Maybe even not a little bit. They got a lot of harassment and they just like burned out eventually, right? So
okay, I'm gonna ask people to not say shit like whatever Officer Jim is saying in chat. Thank you. Please do not give them anything to play victim over.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I don't like to see it, but I do think my friend can handle it. I do think she's very hella strong, hella talented.
Is she talking about Owlish here?
Person. So I think she can handle it. And plus she has me. We have like a whole community of people now who've been through the ringer with this stuff, you know? So, it's not a pity Olympics thing. Two things can both be true. I mean, yeah. No. I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, and I don't want anybody's pity, really. Like, that's another thing.
Oh, so that is such cap. Then why are you, what is the point of this dialogue? What is the point of the dialogue when you took the time to call into the WIC panel? That is like, that is such fucking cap. What is the purpose here? You obviously are looking for sympathy. Now, it's not always wrong to look for sympathy from people if you think that they should be sympathetic to yours. Like, not necessarily, it's cringe, but like, you were looking for sympathy where you shouldn't get it.
I just want the credit. I want the credit of being, I just want to be like, yeah, I went through this too, and I went through this first, actually, by the way.
Thank you for the 2. I sent a beautiful interruption.
I treat every single interaction like a fight. This right here, this isn't a podcast. This is an ambush. You sat me in the lower chair. You dimmed the lights. You think I didn't notice that the mic cord on my side is just a little bit shorter?
I don't know what this guy is. It's just, sorry.
But then I feel like I can't say that without like getting some form of pity, basically. But anyways, yeah, I heard that I was getting snarked on again. Okay, me and my friends are getting snarked on, and I guess Darius gets.
I think Stardust, and I mean this seriously. I think we can have I think there would be some interest here in having a non-hostile discussion on stream where we objectively look at things for what they are and try to reason through it on this. I think that could be some very interesting content where it's we'll tone it down for a second here and I'll try to get her to understand where everyone else is coming from. I think that could be a good stream.
It's it too now. I guess Darius has his own. I don't know Darius's audience actually. I don't know like who watches him, who's a-logging him. I'm sure some of the people in this community are a-logging him. I'm sure he's got other communities doing the same thing because people love to do that to IRL streamers. But anyways, let's just kind of start with what Destiny covered on stream, I guess, and then we can just like cover the actual. We can look at the actual JStock stream from yesterday. Unless he's streaming about me today, that'll be awesome.
Theoretically, you could enact violent resistance against them, but he Radiant, all competing.
When her ex-boyfriend and I were with her, and all three of us were going to a party, she called us like her like little Muslim Jewish sandwich. Like it was cute. It was like really cute.
So broken by the fact that Pixie coming out didn't have 20.
So we're dealing with that. The apartment doesn't have AC for whatever reason. It is. So boring. So boring.
Oh, that's my parents.
Oh, this is their stream. Genitalia, you're obsessed with other people's sex lives, actually, and you're obsessed.
You're obsessed with other people's sex lives. I'm a fucking nobody who mega lol who like Destiny took the time to go find some like super niche like fucking trauma in my sex life to go fucking use like an own on stream. What is this like? I mean, it's just like the hypocrisy is like so fucking. I think this community is obsessed with other people's sex lives. I would typically agree, but I think you guys are as well to like an equal, if not greater extent. 699 from How About Nope. I coach for debate for a university team, parliamentary style. Any advice? I'm not the guy you want to be going to asking for advice. I know jack shit about formal debate. Actually, that's not true. I know about formal argumentation. I just don't. I've never done formal debate.
Oh, you are. You guys are.
But I'm flattered that you would ask me for advice on that.
Just wait. Stop just like obsessed with my cock right now. You're just like totally obsessed with my cock. Why are you so obsessed with my cock?
You are literally watching my boobs, frame by frame. You were watching my boobs. You were watching other people looking at my boobs. So
yeah.
What? What is she even? Okay, maybe that. If he's watching a clip of you and your boobs are out in that clip and that makes you uncomfortable. I don't want to do the what was she wearing argument here. Unless he's like actually commenting on your breasts, which I think would be weird. If he's just watching the clip and you have a problem with him watching the clip, then you should maybe wear something less reveal. I hate to say it, but like if you don't want to look revealing to people. Don't dress revealingly, I guess. Dress however much you're comfortable revealing of yourself, that's how you should dress. You shouldn't reveal an amount that you're uncomfortable with. Kinetic Cal with the 5. People love to do that to IRL streamers. Is that why you're trying to IRL stream and then bitching about getting A-log? True.
I saw this slide. I didn't think you could get this up earlier, but thank you very much. Appreciate it. Oh, hold on. I see what he posted. I did. There's this one. I saw this. I'm kind of thinking. You ever see the All
right, I think it's here.
That's what I got. This whole stuff. I don't know who he cut off. I know that he's still like buddies with some people because I just don't think.
Oh, we've got like the 3 musketeers of PNG, like fucking failure PNG tubers here. The 3 musketeers of.
Ooh, got him. Got him. All right, her and Morale are on like equal footing. J Stock has more viewership than her. Queenman has more viewership than her. And by the way, her like it's obviously going to be a little exaggerated by like the amount of layover she gets now from DGG because she's now like an active component of it.
PNG tubers who love to comment on other people's looks when they themselves don't look that good.
What is this like? The other thing too is like she talks about like people making fun of her appearance like it's like sexual harassment. To make fun of my appearance as a woman, why would you being a woman change anything about making fun of your appearance unless somebody's overtly sexualizing it? Which to me, it sounds like everyone who makes fun of your appearance does the polar opposite.
Yay.
Did you see that? Did you see that Radiant was like, we're not part of DGG, we're just Darius viewers and
This is where it gets a little crazier.
What is this?
Good question.
Oh, they're going over my shit now with Beckett? Dude, they are actually obsessed with me. I don't think
Stardust, I'm not obsessed with you, I'm obsessed with Beckett, okay? I actually want to get Beckett way more than I want to get you, so that's actually why I'm covering this. If Beckett wasn't involved and it was just you, maybe I'd cover it actually, but it's not about you.
Oh my god. I didn't know that they actually went over this shit. I actually don't know much about this drama that's going on right now, but apparently there's like a rumor spreading that like Beckett and I broke up because he cheated on me or something.
Well, that part was a rumor that I heard, but the main point is not that that's necessarily the reason you broke up. It's more so, did Beckett cheat, right?
Something else that happened? I'm certainly not aware of it. But okay. What is this? But you can tell that they're obsessed with me. What did you sing for karaoke star? You'll have to watch my previous stream.
How much did I talk about Stardust in the segment about her like ex and their like relationship? Something that occurred during their relationship. It really was not that much. Let's be like so for real right now.
It's on my previous stream. I think I sang "Somebody to Love" by Queen. I sang a Billie Eilish song. I think it was "Future," and I sang. What else did I sing? I sang one other thing. I can't remember now. You'll have to look at the other. You're gonna have to look at the previous video. Sorry. But okay, this is how you know they're obsessed with me. What the fuck? You can't leave my friends alone. You can't leave my ex alone.
What friends are people not leaving alone?
Oh man. Can't leave any man who interacts with me alone. Like
who? What is going on?
Come on, dude.
Oh yeah, send it along. Oh, I see. Boost me. Post in DG chat. Boost me. And he says at JStock digital ground game literal fake news.
Actually, might be a little bit true.
You rapist loot. People go.
Is she? There's no shot she's like that egotistical that she thinks that that anyone's problem with Owlish is because Owlish is her friend. It's actually not that at all. It's actually people are interested in Owlish as an individual because Owlish is a fucking ridiculous person.
You shouldn't be smoking cigarettes while he's doing that.
That's what it was. You guys, are you not the young volunteers?
Jesus Christ.
Really
Abe. What the fuck, Abe? He has nothing else to do while he's in the Iron Lung 18 hours a day. I'm stealing that. That's actually really funny.
Abe might be leaking absolute.
Iron Lung.
You know, Beckett right now. Apparently some ACC. It just claiming Beckett traded sexual favors for info with her or some shit basically. What?
You
have to go back. It's like 5 months ago.
This monstrous shit?
Yeah, 5 or 6 months ago.
Let's take a look, okay? Oh, you don't know? Do you not know about my history of Beckett? I'm nothing against this monstrous person, by the way. I just don't know.
Wait, am I crazy?
Also, this is a call to action. Anybody who knows some shit, my DMs are open and waiting for you, people. What I mean by that, okay, that sounded wrong. If you know anything about this package, you have a lead you think I should follow, or something, if you're not going to put it in my inbox, fair enough, DM me, okay? Let me know. I want all the gossip, all the tea. I want to know what's going on. I want leads so I could go follow it. My DMs are open, so hit me up.
That's a Thunderdome thing, isn't it? Isn't that Thunderdome?
They have a server called Thunderdome. I don't think it's saying Thunderdome.
No, I don't. All I know is that Beckett once wanted me to give him a bunch of calls from the senator. I refused since then. He's been calling me hard to approach. Oh boy, lol. Hold on. Now this is where it gets a little crazier. Good question. I was one of the primary sources. I was one of the primary sources during the Hopeless Peaches fallout. We were very close during this time. We would spend hours talking. Mons, come on, Shadow Swing is Rose goes. I told Beckett all about what I knew about Jordan. Jordan is the Lio adopted minor, found family. And Opal and Xavier and Coyote. I gave him the Mally mod call, and in return he used my ideas, protected me from criticism, wished me good night, told me he wanted to dress me up. Well,
Bro, what is going on? Oh, they're having a call.
I don't remember exactly what the time frame was. I thought so.
Okay, so she cuts back to Destiny shit.
Just is what it is. I don't think he cheated on me. I don't like that. That's the allegation that Morale, Queeman, and J-Stock are, I guess they're amplifying. That's what Aiden is saying. Aiden is alleging that Beckett cheated on me.
I'm not even the one that's monstrous that's alleging it. I'm covering what she said. I'm not even saying any of this definitively happened. How the fuck would I know if this definitively happened? All I'm telling you is what she's claiming happened, and that I can vouch that this had been a rumor that had been floating around now well before these leaks.
I had no reason to think that. That's not why we broke up, so.
Found family. And Opal and Xavier and Coyote. I gave him the Mally mod call, and in return he used my ideas, protected me from criticism, wished me good night, told me he wanted to dress me up while dating Stardust.
I remember this monstrous person, but I never felt threatened by them, you know? And I don't think that this is real.
That's what she's saying, okay? If you don't think that happened, fair enough. It's totally plausible Stardust never knew about this, especially since Monstrous is only turning on Beckett now. So if this was private between the two of them, there wouldn't have been an opportunity for this to have leaked while they were actually in a relationship. So I actually can believe that that's not why they broke up.
This guy's greedy.
While dating Stardust, how many plus size women is this guy cruising, man? What the fuck is that?
Now, what I was told.
I don't have that plus size, actually. Like, my dress size is not that. I don't think.
Who is talking about her dress? Wait, did they just say something about it? I don't know.
Greedy. While dating Stardust, how many plus size women is this guy cruising, man?
Oh, J-Sock says it.
What the fuck is that?
Now, what I was told.
I don't have that plus size, actually. Like, my dress size is not that. I don't think. In fact,
the response to this would be to insult J-Stock, not to defend yourself. Can you imagine if, like, when somebody's like, you're a stupid Jewish twink, I was trying to, like, logically break down why my features were actually, in fact, not Semitic, and I was not a twink? Like, that wouldn't look like an own at all. That would look like an actually, the way you would respond is to attack, right? Not go on the defense.
I'm not plus size. I'm overweight, but I'm not plus size, but okay.
And, like, why even... I honestly... Hey, internet, here's some embarrassing information about it.
Over here, okay? He's got a...
By an unnamed party a long time ago. Is it allegedly? Okay, allegedly. Beckett had cheated on Stardust, and that's the reason they broke up. Okay? That is
not true.
By an anonymous source a while ago. Now, this was not... I was also specifically told, very specifically...
Well, look at these chats. Well, it's Stardust, ... I feel torn on my opinion. Jesus Christ, dude.
Jesus Christ! As if something, like, crazy was just said. It was with this monstrous person. Now, do I know this to be necessarily true? No, it's convenient that this aligns with what I previously... I've referenced this. I think I've actually overtly said that I heard this on some shared stream. That nobody just was...
Dude, could this week get any worse for Stardust? This is actually so fucked, man.
How has this week been bad for me? This week has been excellent for me. What are you talking about?
I'm looking at the chart. I'm sure God's a nice guy.
Hold on. Oh, wait,
She only Twitch one treatment, bro. She only Twitch one treatment. Go ahead with Twitch one.
It was a lot.
Go stream. Have a good time.
Alright,
out of here.
Dude, this is just mean. Alright? This is just... I'm not even gonna comment. I'm just gonna... I'll show. That's just mean, man. Why would you send me this? Come on, dude. Come on. I have no comments to make about the appearance of this woman who has nothing notable about her appearance that one could make fun of. I have nothing to say, quite frankly.
These guys are actually so obsessed with me. It's actually...
Obsessed! Obsessed! Everyone's obsessed! It's okay, she could flap her fucking arms. Dude, stop, actually. I'm not commenting. Okay, I'm not commenting. But I'm just gonna read your comments and then pretend that I disavow.
This is actually, these people are so insane. To think that my week was bad. I had such a wonderful week.
I'm sorry. Tyrone made this is a true point from Tyrone. This person starts the stream off on the verge of fucking tears. Like, sympathy baiting the whole time. You can't simultaneously be I'm going through a bunch of shit, like, these people are going after my friend now this week, like, to the point where we're on the verge of tears, and then simultaneously start doing this cope about how great your fucking week is. If you want to make it believable, maybe say you had an okay week. Maybe say, hey, I didn't really like when people went after my friend, but I liked when I did that. It's obvious cope when you're saying you had a great week with what we saw at the start of the fucking stream.
Like, at this point, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, wow, just incredible. Like, we're all having fun.
You obviously give a fuck. And by the way, people, there's nothing wrong with giving a fuck, okay? People like to use that as an insult. I'm mad all the time. I give a fuck. I'm mad. Problem, issue, concern. Do something about it. Are we gonna do arrest me? But this fucking, like, cope that people look like such pussies when they do this, like, cope. I'm not mad. I'm just I'm having fun. I'm like, ironically enough, her ex is, like, also somebody that does this a lot. He needs to do this, like, very, like, performative laugh all the time to, like, gesture to you that he's having a great time or whatever.
Doing karaoke.
I find this so funny.
Like, our last night together. That was, like, a wonderful night. I mean, it was also, like, don't get me wrong, like, there was some messy stuff. It was a little difficult in some ways, but it was a really good night for me.
You know what? Volume mix.
Oh my god. Are we having a great moose?
Oh, they clipped them making out maybe or something? I looked over and saw them making out. Wait. Did they clip that?
What's out here?
I would never want to, like, IRL stream a night out. I think, like, like, I don't know how you can have fun when there's, like, a camera in your face. This is a big reason I don't necessarily like meeting up with YouTubers, like, so much. I will, right? But, like, you never know, like, who the guy is that's not going to be able to read the cues and is just going to have a fucking camera in your face the whole time. Like, when you're just trying to chill and, like, hang out. You wouldn't, yeah, because I went to, believe it or not, I went to London to relax. Believe it or not, unironically, I went to London to just hang out and relax.
What's going on here?
See, yeah, they're like...
I didn't want to, like, make content out of it or anything.
Okay. Dude, like, actually, when I looked over and I saw them making out, I was like, oh my god, get it, crowd. Like, I thought it was awesome.
You know what? Volume mix.
I thought it was great. I actually really... I was like, yeah, go ahead, like, get it, Like, I thought it was awesome.
Great. Moose, you have a couple more drinks, okay?
Dude, I don't know if I will ever go back to London. If I go back to England, it's gonna be a different place.
Shit. What a great time.
It was a really good time.
I actually won't even. I'll probably go to Scotland next time I'm in Great Britain. I'll be in like we'll do the Glasgow trip.
It was a really good time.
That could be me. That could be me. That could be you.
Dude, Rao is always a security risk, okay? Destiny and DGG have a total monopoly on 25-year-old women willing to act 12, and that makes Rao flight risk getting even more. It's fucking crazy. I gotta see, how did they end up getting camera over here? I want you to go through this, man.
Oh my god, this was so fun. I loved this. It was so much fun.
Wait.
Game, that's what it is. Crowd has game.
Turn down the music just a little bit. Now, they're pretty far apart here. He's got the arm in, and watch him pull. He pulled on Stardust, and now we're getting actual logs indicating this apparently.
Dude, they did a whole stream on me.
Have you never done a stream on JStalk? Are you going back to Malta? I would go back to Malta. I loved Malta, unironically. Besides what happened there, as a country, I loved it. I think it's like a hidden. Well, obviously it's not hidden if you're English or in Europe, but like Americans do not visit Malta or like know what the fuck it is. So like from American standards, I think it's like a hidden gem.
What the fuck, dude? That's so insane. That's so insane.
Like it's like imagine like Italy, but everybody knows English, and it's built like the Middle East in terms of architecture and shit. It's and like the water is like super blue. It's nice.
Oh, I gotta turn that off.
Thank you for the 2. Kel, Bird, Hammer. Listen, I felt bad for her with the bird, man. I did, because I had pet budgies that died when I was younger, and I was very devastated. So I felt, but then I stopped feeling bad when I was the only guy that was not making fun of her bird. She enters the stream with me and leads it with that her bird is dying again, right? it was just an awkward I think I did like an awkward smile or something because I knew everyone was about to make fun of her for that. And she's like, oh wow, you find it funny. You want to make fun of my bird, don't you? Don't you? And she like wanted me to make fun of her bird. She was demanding it. Don't sing, please. Oh, yeah.
They actually did an entire stream about me.
It's interesting because this monster's individual.
That's a neat little section you guys had there. Thank you.
Oh my god, thank you.
For her, just so you could dress her up. Okay, come on, man. Please.
I don't think even that line, like wanting to dress people up, I don't think that's like I've never heard that line from Beckett, ever. It's not something that he would say to somebody he was interested in.
That, if this turns out to be true, okay, if Beckett really did cheat with Monstrous, that's gonna age so poorly, because you know what that's gonna look like? When she's like, Beckett never said this to me. Beckett never said... It's gonna sound like he didn't love you if he's saying this to the person he was cheating with.
Like, he might say, like, you should dress up like blank, you know?
I've said this before, I don't know if the monstrous shit is true or not. I honestly don't. I just know that it's been something I've heard for a while that a lot of people believe to be true behind the scenes that is now being publicized.
He would never say, like, oh, I want to dress you up. Like, that's...
It could go either way. Would I be surprised if it happened? No. Would I be surprised if it didn't happen? No.
That's not something he would say.
To her, I was high last night, and I think I knew about it. Like, I DM'd her, like, I sent some really, like, vague messages and stopped responding.
The thing is, I even know like how implicated this person is. I wasn't mean she was protected from criticism. But, defending her, or like just wasn't like that relevant.
The person that sent this to me, is somebody that if they have it, everyone has this shit. And I realized a while ago. And when I sent it, I knew this was coming out. So they said to me this was about to come out. I don't know if any of this is true. I don't.
It's not.
This is just a rumor that's been floating around for a very long time now. There's now supposedly some DM evidence of. Now you can say this is fake. It could be. I don't know.
It's not. It's not true.
It's been hours talking, dude.
I feel like I feel like I'm so normal. I'm such a normal person in comparison to so many people in this space. Like, so...
Oh my god, where is this coming from now? Where is this coming from now? Listen, I met Stardust IRL. She was nice. But you could get this, you got this broader vibe of just general awkwardness, and like, she was nice, but I don't know if she's like on the spectrum or something a little bit, I don't know. But she was just like very awkward sometimes. Like, she made some like snarky comment to Technicals, and he responded back to her with some, I forget what the fucking comeback he said was. I think I said it on stream a long time ago, so you might be able to figure out what it was. But she took like a jab at Technicals in the room, and he just like threw some like fucking try hard insult back at her that was like brutal as fuck, and she just like stood there like silently.
But it's just not true. It's just not true. You know, like, did we hurt each other sometimes? Like any relationship has, people hurt each other sometimes, yeah. But I don't think that he cheated on me. But honestly, I don't know, maybe I just don't care. Like, he did not cheat on me.
Beckett.
Wasting your time on Discord calls with women, wasting your fucking time.
She's in denial. She's in denial.
Oh, no wonder he doesn't have time to actually check anybody's claims about anything, or I say, hey, do you have evidence of this? I see how he's spending his time now. No wonder he's all out of time, motherfucker.
Have you been to Paris? Yeah, I've been to Paris. I liked Paris.
It's believable because he was eating Stardust.
I walked across the whole city
A couple times, right? So that's good. It's already, you know, he has a precedent for this.
You don't know how many times. You do not know how many times.
She didn't help me with my homework. She proofread it. I needed a pair of eyes on an essay that I wrote, and she was a pair of eyes that could read my essay. So she read my essay and told me what she thought about it.
We saw each other, or what we did. Okay, so back the fuck off.
Have you ever heard of Hinge? Have you ever heard of Hinge?
I've been banned. You're not gonna find out.
But like Christian Mingle, he's Christian, right? Christian Mingle. In the UK,
Not a really good one. He's also bisexual.
Yeah, we're gonna fly.
Wait, who said that? Who says you can't be bisexual?
A lot of Christians. There's like some gay ones that look like rumors are like, it's fine to be gay.
I know, guys. Really blowing up right now. First, he's mentioned in the Sun stream. Now,
but there was this big meeting I kept hearing about in the Cat Slayer that was talking about. We have a recording of that we're gonna check out. I don't know what that's about.
Hey, so
this big cat in the Cat Slayer.
Yes,
Damn.
Who is Abe Simpson, and why is he like her whole chat? Sounds like they're gay for Stardust. Hot Punk 90. J-Stock says that to his BPD girls. I want to dress you up like a penguin, and we can waddle around together. It's all I can do, because his egg shape, because he's so egg-shaped, his penis can't reach anything. What the fuck are they talking about?
Be a subscriber. Yeah, no thank you. Yeah, no thanks. Sub only.
How is it different than saying help with your homework? Because because the implication there would be that she told me what to do, or gave me some, like, provided something materially that contributed to the end product. All she did was tell me that it was what I did, my work was okay. So I guess you could say it's helping or whatever. But when I think help with your homework, I think somebody that's helping you substantively with the actual contents of whatever it is you're submitting.
I will not be subbing. Sorry.
You can Stardust stream. It's just Stardust. You just multi-stream your stream onto Stardust YouTube channel.
Send it to you. I'm like, oh well.
All right. Do I get mentioned anywhere
probably-
else? Let's see. Paris is a bit dirty. Such a shame. Find a major city that isn't. Okay, don't give me like somewhere in Asia. Those places are pretty clean.
Adrian?
No, Skull Skibbity. I think I heard about this. Basically, what happened is like this
Why is she so obsessed with my sex life? Why is she so obsessed with my sex life?
Soul Skibbity person, like, and Aiden hooked up or whatever. But then people were saying that no, Soul Skibbity like raped Aiden, and then Aiden was like, no, I didn't get raped. But then everybody else is making fun of Aiden for potentially getting raped, which is really fucked up. Actually, if you were raped, like you wouldn't make fun of like a rape victim, right? But
You know what? I agree. I agree with this sentiment. I agree with her description of this situation. I think she took the W here.
yeah, I don't understand it. Apparently, the Soul Skibbity person also beat up Queeman. I think. I don't know. I think
True. Soul verifiably assaulted Queeman, and Queeman will not spill any fucking details surrounding this. So it's just our job to continuously guess. Well, I guess he spilled some details, but he's a little cagey around this subject. I don't buy for a second that there was no reason at all that Soul started fighting. I don't buy it. I think that Soul, at the very least, I think Soul thought that Queeman and Hellbent fucked. Whether or not that happened or not, I don't know. That could have been the result of the rumor I was spreading, which he then like took as fact because he was drunk or something. But then I look at the text that he released with him and Hellbent, and I'm thinking there's some angle to this story we're not hearing about, because it sounds like you have to read the text. Like there's just something like here that we don't know about. I don't know what's going on there.
so.
Oh my god.
Apparently Soul thought Queeman was a dick to Hellbent, or thought Queeman did something. Like, I'm imagining the thing that he thought that Queeman did was be an asshole.
Somebody else. I don't know.
What am I thinking of? Aiden, not Adrian. Apparently Aiden, I don't know how much of this is true, because I just see things fly by my screen on tweets. Apparently these people all were fucking each other or raping each other, or what the fuck was going on in that?
Stardust was low-key making a lot of us break Rule 5 with all due respect. What is Rule 5? What is Rule 5?
Wait, Destiny talked about this on his stream. Okay, you can't like do the "you're obsessed with my sex life." I'm a nobody. I'm an absolute fucking. Obviously, I'm a somebody to these guys, right? But otherwise, I'm pretty much no one. And like the amount of airtime my sex life has gotten by them. Like, you don't have. We all do this. We all play this game, and it's fair game for them to make fun of me for this. It's absolutely fair game. But don't bitch to me when it's happening to you. Don't fucking bitch.
Trip with like Aiden and the 3 other guys. All these guys were having gay sex with each other.
That is okay. That is not true.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, by the way. Okay, as a certified gay, all right, myself.
True. Remember when people kept spamming? Sorry, never mind. I'm not even. I won't go there. Sorry.
There was on some wild shit. I guess they had a falling out. Now they're all like accusing each other of raping and molesting each other.
Yeah, that's very accurate description. Very, very accurate description. What it actually is, the drama is one party is accusing another party of wanting to accuse the other party of rape.
Okay, what else is he looking at?
Well, the other party is consistently, repeatedly, re-emphasize that's not what happened.
And Soul Skibbity. Whatever, I can't even read their names, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take.
Aiden needs to look up Azor. I know what the Azores are. They're Portuguese islands. I'm pretty sure, isn't Ronaldo from there? I know about the Azores.
What? Have you never seen a woman sweat before? It is literally a heat wave, okay? It's literally a heat wave. And some women on Instagram and other places, like, oil up their bodies on purpose, okay?
What is it about women? It's all, you know how many times I talk about being a man? Like, when someone insults me? As a man. Now, I understand that women, there's like, obviously, I'm doing the all lives matter thing, I guess, unironically here for a second. I understand that women put up with shit that men don't, and women have grievances that men shouldn't really have grievances over. I understand this, okay? But your appearance getting made fun of, I hate to tell you this, but, amongst us male streamers, we also put up with that.
Like me, okay? So maybe get on my fucking level, bitches.
Stardust plays the woman card yeah, like you could play the woman card, but when it's actually time to like when your womanhood should matter, like being able to empathize with the plight of other women, she actually defends the guy that has wronged those women and minimizes the shitty behavior of men for the sake, or minimizes that man's shitty behavior by making it sound like this is some super widespread fucking common thing that 50% of men are doing.
You looking at these lighting bounces right now? Dude, it must be warm in there.
I mean, you're laughing but you're looking at them. You're laughing, but you're looking at my titties, dude. You are literally looking at my cleavage. By the way, that's after the breast reduction, okay? So I'm just saying.
Nobody. What? What does this have to do? The only thing about your cleavage is that it's out. If you don't like that, then you dress differently. I don't. He didn't say anything about that, did he?
You are, sorry, I really shouldn't be talking this way. I really have been trying to maintain a little bit more professionalism when I talk about this stuff, but you're laughing while staring at my boobs, okay?
What is this point? What the fuck is this argument? He's laughing at a clip of you where your cleavage happens to be out. If you don't like that your cleavage is out, don't put it out. That's not like once again, that's not the, if you don't like this, you shouldn't dress that way thing. If you don't like to be revealing, do not dress revealingly. I think that is like a totally fair fucking thing to say.
You're staring at them. I know how men's brains work, all right?
There, we are working up a sweat, okay?
It was 100 degrees, by the way. It was over 100 degrees. It was a heat wave. This is Slazak, by the way. Very cool to meet him.
For a second, okay? Whoa.
Dude, I tried. I'm a better person than this. I'm
No, you're not. No, you're not. You've never been a better person than this. J-Stock, you have never been a better person. You've always been a horrendously rude bitch, okay? Just a horrendously rude, disgusting, fat chin motherfucking bitch, all right?
Sex trafficker who trafficked Cherry, flew her all around from here to there, getting her, raped by his fucking stream chat. We know, this guy's a problem. We get it.
That's just what you've always been. Don't try to act like you were never a rat fuck. You always were. You were always.
Aiden, breaking news. What's the breaking news? Let you in? All right, I'll let you in. Hello?
Oh my god.
What's
Duck
up?
Bringer,
Yep.
known as Doc Springer, was just caught in a new doxing scandal.
Is this true?
Yeah, let me DM it to you. This is according to Dan.
According to Dan?
He posted it on his Twitter.
Dan posted it on Twitter?
Yeah, I sent you the tweet. You can look at it.
Okay, I'll take a look. Thanks. Okay. This is crazy. Latest happenings from members of J-Stock's Snark Discord. Doxing family members and more ops. How did you get Owlish's docs? She used real email for commission. Sent her crispy 80. I have no clue. I'm not really up to date on any. Who's Mooks? That's why it's a snarking op, extracting info. She's the reasonable one of the Darius group, so I don't know why I snark her. Or I don't know why snark her. No Lamounts about Sharp. I've got a mental model of him. You know I don't want to snark these people because I don't want to get dogs. This is for my own interest. Like, I've got Alish's... Oh my god. Dude, I honestly... I hate J-Stock server. I actually hate J-Stock server. It is like... I'm sure I actually like a lot of you guys, and many of you make up my audience, but I see screenshots come out of this place where it's like, why the fuck would you even say anything like this? Because now they're just gonna... Like, it's just... I don't get it, man. I just don't fucking understand it. The J-Stock server is like anti-PR. Like, Oh, it's from DMs? I thought they said this was from his server. Okay, I'm sorry, JStalk server, if this was not from your server. You know, I don't want to snark these people because I don't want to get doxxed. This is for my own interest. Like, I've got Alish's docs. I have no interest in giving it to any snarker. Okay, well, the second part, to be fair, they're literally stipulating that they're not going to dox. But why even mention that? Because that's just going to be interpreted as a threat, and many times it would be. No urgency, maybe something to pique your interest too. Sharp is a former pisser mod and hates G&G. Like, they literally set up a bot to send random insane messages he sent before. Would you do a snarking job for me, please? Is this guy Mooks's husband? Got it. So, known DGGer, wannabe Destiny girlfriend, Duckbringer, has apparently been involved in a dox op with Dispel. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Totally good faith interpretation from Kathy, by the way. $2 from, thank you. Send an explanation of who Mooks is. I think it's a Darius guy, right? Or, oh, it's somebody that's on a panel with Destiny. Got it. Never mind. Very interesting developments occurring. What is this? We have an Ico video. I think this is the first time we've ever reacted to an Ico stream. I gotta be honest with you.
Okay. I'm gonna show you the things that I made for the thumbnail. So you let me know if it's in too poor of a taste. I started off the stream saying that I was going to be mean. I am an unhelpful tampon today. This is the real Stardust. Stardust in words. This is Stardust in words. Pow, pow. And this is Stardust in action, in the rest of her existence on the internet. Ah, save me, I have no bow.
Unironically, I thought this was just going to be an unfunny bit. Very accurate representation. This is exactly my grievance with Stardust. It is just throw the punches like the rest of us. When it's beneficial, play victim. The second it happens back to you.
He was running first.
He may have ran first, but she was running as well.
Well, he who runs first is the first pussy. That's the way that works.
That's what he's supposed to do. That's what he's supposed to do in that situation.
You're not supposed to let her stand guard as the human
I'm
shield
not
while he
laughing
runs
at
in
the
that
thing,
situation. It is
but,
not
you
what
know.
the situation calls for.
Okay, just
that
from a
situation,
point
yes.
of the room here, because like we're getting to the.
I would say in general, true. If there's somebody hunting me and my wife or me and my girlfriend, sure. But tried. Would you put Stardust in between us?
Actually, like as we're talking about what I would do, I probably wouldn't check things out. I would probably secure the
Is it
location.
just them reacting to what we already reacted to?
It's not done. It's a little bit darker.
I'm just as big and just as strong.
Yeah,
And
this from are there any new revelations? We already saw this. We already saw the OG stream. What is that?
I don't think even that line, like wanting to dress people up.
We already saw that. I got linked to this.
In order to
Is there-
overthrow the current system.
Is there something here that's noteworthy?
Making
Got
things
it.
up that this was just being like personal petty shit and is
Okay. If there's nothing else here, let's finish this. Let's finish the Jar Willie Mac video. We'll see if there's anything else going on.
Bigger people than Destiny and President Sunday already talked about it. But even if
If
we
you guys
take
are enjoying the stream, help us out by leaving a like. It is one button. It's easy. It's free. Another great way to help us out is to clip, put it on Twitter, like it, retweet it. If you at me in it, just don't at me at the beginning because then nobody's gonna see your clip. You have to put like a period in front of the ad or something else in front of the ad. And also, great way to help us out is to tip through Streamlabs and Super Chat. We're halfway to Streamly goal. If we hit it, that will be awesome.
take the most uncharitable interpretation we possibly can and say that President Sunday and Beckett were the very first people to reveal this already public information, then we need to take into account that in the grand scheme of things, President Sunday and Beckett are nobodies in the commentary community. Sure, they get decent views sometimes, but Willie Mack is huge. He's spreading this story to way more people than they ever could have. At first, I thought that the irony was just lost on Willie Mack, but as we get deeper into things, you'll understand that things aren't what they appear. Even if a victim tells you that they don't want you to come forward about their story, there's a certain point where you just have to tell them, "No, hell no!" Let's say someone built a robot called Just a Rapist, and it went around.
Yeah, I don't know what to. I'd have to relook at this. My opinion on the leaking the Pixie it's never really been super conclusive. What I can say is wrong was the the accusations of extortion from Sunday. I think were wrong. But what is your guys' opinion on the moral description of the decision to actually leak this without Pixie's consent? I'm just curious, because there is an argument that, like, if somebody's a public figure that it has shown a pattern of harming women like this, it's one thing to not want to harm the victim of this behavior, but it's another thing to not want there to be more victims or whatever, and wanting people to know who this person really is so that this doesn't happen again.
Raping people one after the other. All of the victims feel so shamed and humiliated that none of them are coming forward about what happened to them. Until one of them comes forward, Just a Rapist will not stop. At that point, you need to tell one of the victims, yo, what happened to you was fucked up, but I'm gonna come forward about this with or without your consent, because more people are gonna be raped if I don't. Am I saying that Destiny is just as bad as this Just a Rapist character I came up with? Of course not. I'm just using it as an example to say, eventually the victim's story, even without their consent, needs to come out. That all being said, yeah, President Sunday's video was bad, and he totally fucked up here. I'm gonna be skipping the next few minutes of Willie Mack's video because for the most part, I agree with it. My only criticism is that a lot of the points he has about Destiny are very disconnected from one another. Destiny leaked the nudes of some woman. Now we're moving on to one of his friends cutting him off. Now we're going to talk about a really bad take Destiny had about minors. And now we're moving on. Alright, I get it! I now understand how you guys feel when you watch one of my videos. We get to the part of Willie Mack's video where he reaches out to Destiny, and unsurprisingly, his response really adds nothing to Willie Mack's video. Even Willie Mack says it's pretty much the same response he's given everyone.
So I reached out to Destiny for some clarification. There's no point in even reading them to you because he copy and pasted the same response to every question, and he doesn't want to comment farther until he's past litigation. He clarifies, I'm aware that—
When is the Dude, I can't wait until this court case is over. Do you understand? Regardless of what the decision is, regardless of what the outcome is, viewership, money, and Kino is inbound for little vultures like me, man. I'm kidding. But, like, I just, like, they've talked all this shit. They've alluded to this fucking manifesto already that's not gonna come out until after the decision. Like, just, can we plead with the court to just make the decision already? Okay, we need to. I'm kidding. That's a joke, obviously. Don't contact the court, but holy fuck, Dad.
these answers are super unsatisfying, and it sucks it looks super guilty for me to respond this way. And even this might be saying too much, but any statement that I make could become part of a record for any court case, for any number of things that are foreseen and unforeseen to me right now. And there's a possibility that I say something that feels true, but ends up not being true in the future. He then gives an example on how seemingly throwaway comments can lead to big consequences in court. He's right, because
he's right. That actually aged really well, because him deciding to show me the solo messages ended up getting him, an attempt to sanction him, or with the court.
Honestly, what is he
supposed to be? Yeah, it's gonna be, as I said before, in-group humor, when analyzed by the out-group who's not familiar with the cultural norms and you know, humor of that in-group, is always gonna look fucking horrible when it's edgy. And I can only imagine what sort of material, if edgy humor is on the table, they're gonna have endless material. Disingenuously so, because they make edgy jokes all the time, but they're gonna do the inverse Schrodinger's retard thing, where whether or not the comment is a joke or serious, even if the person's name is like Lumpy Willie or something and they're known for being a troll and one guy, is going to depend on whether or not they like the party in question. And they've been doing that this whole drama, so you have every reason to believe that's what's coming, right? The problem you're going to run into there is if this is a doxing server like they initially asserted, and these groups are coordinating to run dox campaigns, the bulk of your material, you shouldn't have to rely on jokes, should you?
To do, incriminate himself, he's going to let the legal process play out.
Oh my Allah. This might be the most charitable response I've ever heard to a statement like this in the drama community. Normally when someone says, hey, I'm gonna wait for the legal process to play out or take my time with my response, the reaction from most people in the drama community is, no retard, you're gonna respond right here, right now. Just look at Ponder. It's been roughly half a year since she said she was going to respond. Pretty much all the comments are acting like this is actually her response, that she's running away, and that she should respond now. Normally a drama YouTuber would say, you've done something wrong and you should be honest and forthcoming about it. Admit to your wrongdoings and face the consequences. And normally they're way less polite about it than that example I just gave. Seriously think about this. Has there ever been another time when a drama YouTuber said, oh yeah, if you're facing legal issues, you should shut up about it. Sure, logically speaking and legally speaking, that is the smart thing to do. But morally speaking, if you have done something wrong and you don't want to avoid taking accountability, you should be honest about what you did and face the consequences for your actions. I understand this may seem like a nitpick coming from me, but I guarantee you if Destiny wasn't in the in-group with Willie Mack and the others, he would not be getting treatment this charitable. After this,
I mean, no shit.
Matt brings up a random allegation Destiny made about Kelly Jean, and he doesn't push back on it or question it at all.
You're always gonna be, and this is not even just like like even just by virtue of them being cool at one point, you're always gonna afford additional charitability to people you're cool with, right? And even if it's unintentional, which I don't think it is for Willie Mack, a lot of behavior and the interpretation of what sort of malice that would indicate based on your inferences about the mindset of the person perpetrating that behavior, your inferences about that mindset. If you have prior established good relations with this person, then obviously your inferences are going to be based on more material, but material that skews more positively than what the general public has access to. So obviously you're going to be inferring, even if you don't even realize it, amongst more charitable lines just by virtue of being cool with that person.
I want to say that people.
What is up, Lumpy Willie?
Lav and Kelly Jean have been distributing his nudes, revenge porn in the literal truest sense. How many crazy women are part of this guy's life? At what point can I victim blame?
We'll watch the Jar Queeman call in right after this.
Ryan Beard's telling a story about how some girl named Anna is stalking you, and your solution was to sext her.
Now granted, he also doesn't agree with it, but he just brings it up for no reason, and it just seems so random. You know how at the start of this video I said Willie Mack lied in the very first 4 seconds? Well, this is the person Willie Mack did not reach out to, Kelly Jean. But guess who did? Kuimon, in the middle of a live stream.
Not Kuimon!
Let's get to the clip.
Kelly Jean contests this. Just for reference, I never made a Discord with Lav. I was never in Lav's Discord. I know who was, and that was banned from my Discord. My Discord was never made to leak tapes you, and there's no evidence of that. Destiny also never spoke to me about this.
There we go.
Kelly Jean
Look how big my chat is now.
literally created a fucking Discord server when they heard a video of mine leaked months ago. Lav was fiending trying to get a hold of that video.
Chat moving faster than Usain Bolt now.
Or shopping around, pictures of my dick to people, and begging to get a hold of it so she can distribute it to people. This is revenge porn in the literal truest sense of the word. There was a noble voice and also incredibly disgusting. Okay, Kelly seemed eager to talk about this. Hi, Kelly.
Hello.
Hi, so
Yeah.
is this just made up, just entirely?
It is completely
Did you get the timestamp of the Jar Queeman calling? Yes. Yeah. Ivana sent that to me.
made up, and he made it up about 2 weeks ago. He wrote this in DGG chat for like the first time ever, and everyone was like, what the fuck, where did he get this from? The only thing he did say, he did mention somebody else's name directly after that, so I don't know if he got like confused with some like false rumor from someone else, but the fact that he's still spreading it after he's being corrected on it as well is really weird, and I think it seems pretty intentional. He's just trying to like group me in with Lav. Also, I don't really know what Lav has done, so I don't want to like throw Lav under the bus because he could be saying a bunch of shit about her. I don't know, because I wasn't in her fucking Discord.
So, why and when was your Discord made?
I made the Discord after I left Discord.
What was that about?
After we like fell
sharing
out.
stuff, or?
Yeah, it was like that time, so it was like June-ish of last year.
Okay.
But I might have made the Discord a bit later. I have to check. But it wasn't anything to do with me making the Discord because Destiny had a sex tape leak. I'm pretty sure that happened
the tape
ages
or
ago.
the Nico Sam edit of the tape, did any of that get posted in the Discord, or?
No. The only thing that did get posted in my Discord is when the new set of leaks happened. Annie posted one of the newer leaks, but no one posted the Nico Sam stuff in my Discord.
In Lav's Discord, Lav's been my Discord was never made to leak tapes.
I assume, was that moderated, or?
And I didn't know he was in defeat, so I was like,
oh my, Jar, we do not need the whole fucking call, dude.
I don't really want to do that because like I have nerve damage and I have like a thing with my peripheries. They just hurt all of the time, and I've been talking about that at that time. I also had an issue with,
I needed to hear this part, Jar.
like wearing headphones and stuff, and he like I'd mentioned that to him. I was just yapping about shit. But he was also like really jet lagged, so
does a lot of good research, until of course you look into his research and realize that this guy is retarded. You gotta wonder what was going through his mind when he put this in his video. Alright, I'm gonna use everything I can possibly find against Destiny, even if your allegations really don't connect with one another. Watch this, he accused a random person of spreading his news around. I'm gonna put this in my video for no reason.
We did speak in an off-the-record voice call, it was not recorded, and he was giving off the vibe that things might not be what they seem, but because of litigation I couldn't know what he was referring to.
Wait a second, why didn't you record the call? Willie Mack gives a gist of what happened in the call, but without it being recorded, we just have to take his word.
Things are never what they seem when they pertain to criticism of Destiny, because his own viewpoint of what he does is obviously like delusionally like charitable to himself, so he's never gonna think it's the way it seems.
For it. I guess he just didn't want any free Destiny content. But he did record his conversation with Beckett, aka Cope and Sweet, and he played it in a video about Destiny. If I made a video on Chud Logic and I had a call with him and didn't record it, then proceeded to play a recorded call I had with Kuimon, wouldn't anyone think that would be a little bit weird? The video is about Destiny. You should play the call you had with Destiny, not the call you had with some other guy.
Well, he did say it was off the record, to be fair.
So is Destiny's career over because of this? Well, if Tim Pool can frame himself as a patriot while secretly taking Russian money, Vosh can say Lolly makes you a pedo while having a folder full of Lolly, Hasan can frame himself is more credible than the media while reporting every story wrong, and Tyler Oliveira could—
yeah, this part looked like sweep. This part looked like sweep. You're like, this was so recent. You're already talking about like a chance of like a career, not revival, I guess, because his career, like, he did have a fall off or whatever, but it wasn't like totally dead, but like a career like comeback or whatever already, and this has just dropped.
Pretend to be a
just feels like a little inappropriate. I mean, it's a worthwhile analysis of how this will affect his career, but it sounded like you just went into this whole tangent just to say that he could come back.
Journalists will just making up stories on the spot, then why wouldn't Destiny recover from this?
Because none of those guys are predators. Destiny preys on young, vulnerable women, records them without their consent, and sends it to people. What Tim Pool, Vaj, Hasan, and the other guy did is certainly bad, but it's not predatory. Yes, Willie Mack did prove that they're all hypocrites. That is indeed true. But only one of them is a fucking predator. I do agree with Willie Mack that it's fucking retarded to assume that someone's career is over because they did something bad. People were telling me that my career was over, but then I found religion, and now I have the power of Allah and anime on my side. It's pretty messed up that Willie Mack is painting this as people having a problem with Destiny being a hypocrite. Sure, that's pretty bad, but preying on young women is worse. Unless, of course, Muhammad does it, then it's okay. If the video ended right here, I would say, yeah, it had a lot of flaws, but for
Is Jar like, dude, I'm now nervous that I even showed that secondhand. Does this guy have like a death wish? Why are you showing drawings of Muhammad in your video?
most part it was fine. Unfortunately, this is not where the video ended, because Willie Mack decided to change rails and make the rest of the video about Beckett and President Sunday for some reason. I don't know why he didn't just split this into 2 separate videos.
Destiny was objectively wrong for this and deserves all of the backlash. I think it's important to acknowledge that the people who exposed this story were not looking out for the victims at all. In fact, they were actively working against their best interests. In comes President Sunday and Beckett. Neither of these people had direct contact with Destiny, Kyla, Pixie, or anyone else involved in this story. They never even tried to reach out, yet they were the ones who posted videos outing the whole thing.
Willie Mack is dishonestly framing this by saying they outed the story. Fact of the matter is, most of the information was already public. It is true that they leaked those screenshots of Pixie, but a lot of people already reasonably—
Oh yeah, and then half the video was overemphasizing how, I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, like Beckett and Sunday's role in the Destiny video. I thought that was, I think I might have pushed back on that point at the time, but I ended up ultimately agreeing with it, because I think that like this is just not the time, or that was the issue with a lot of what he was saying. It's just not the time or place, and to make it the time or place seems to be, and this is why I wasn't criticizing him for this at first. None of what he was saying necessarily was that crazy. The problem is my interpretation, because I'd been cool with him, of his viewpoints and why he was doing what he was doing, was way more charitable than like the facts would actually necessitate or lead to. But when you take away that charitability and just look at this for what it is choice for the inclusion of certain pieces of information and its given length, seems like a very purposeful decision to make this not hit as hard as it should for this guy. Right, it feels very like controlled opposition.
Assumed that Destiny was doing not so great stuff to her because of the Kiwi Farms leaks. That being said, yes, President Sunday was absolutely a retard in his video, and he also looks like the older brother of Bo Blacks.
The only information they have comes from Aaron leaking all of Pixie's messages. They are only working with secondhand information. It is so incredibly selfish of Sunday and Beckett to insert themselves into a situation where they take agency away from Pixie, because one, she's pursuing legal action, and you guys
like,
making this public—
oh my, that line, I didn't call this at the time, but after talking to Destiny, tell me Destiny himself didn't write that line. It's literally anytime you talk about some fucking drama involving him and some chick, it's like you're taking away agency from the, you're taking away, it's like agency is his favorite fucking word. Like that's some shit that he would say. He probably has said. I know it's like a very common thing to say, so they could have just by coincidence happened to have said the same thing. But like, tell me you don't hear that all the time from Destiny.
Gives Destiny ample time to delete evidence, while Pixie's team was still building their case. I know I look smart enough to come up with that point myself. I'm not.
The thing is, if President Sunday and Beckett thought Pixie was bought off, then why would they reach out to her? I agree that the reason they came to this conclusion is pretty retarded, but if you talk to a victim who is paid off, they're obviously going to tell you that nothing happened. This happens in reality all the time. Sometimes people are more scared of Al Capone, the drug cartel, the Catholic Church, or the
I don't know if I agree. Like, you'd be more skeptical of the answer they give, but that doesn't mean that no answer will have any utility. I think you should still reach out, because even if they are giving an answer that looks heavily, you know, skewed or whatever, that would still be something to note and talk about.
underground Jews more than they are of the law. In reality, Allah is the only one you should truly fear. From President Sunday's and Beckett's perspective, they probably thought enough information was already public for them to make their videos without reaching out to Pixie first. This is really not a big deal, but Willie Mack is still starting out about it. As for giving Destiny the chance to remove evidence if he knows he's going to get sued, brah. People were already talking about Destiny's victim suing him all over the internet. He already knew it.
Yeah, he would have already had that chance because Pixie had already confronted him on this, hadn't she? So, like, why wouldn't he, if he knew that this was already, like, the chance to remove evidence had already come.
Was coming, and he already had the chance to delete all the evidence he could. It doesn't make sense for Willie Mack to say that President Sunday and Beckett gave him that warning because he already had it. I am 100% biased against Beckett, and even I can tell you that this is a bullshit opinion.
I'm looking at the Big Dipper right now. Yeah, when stream's over, I'm gonna go outside.
The story got outed as soon as—
I'll look at the Big Dipper, we could stare at it together, Tyrone. and call on VC and whisper sweet nothings into each other's ears in a sleepy time call.
That video of her and Destiny appeared on Kiwi Farms. At a glance, you can clearly tell it's her. Oh, but Kiwi Farms isn't mainstream. Yeah, but every drama channel looks at Kiwi Farms. If it wasn't Beckett and President Sunday who talked about this first, it would have been someone else. This is exactly why women should follow the Quran and wear burqas. Y'all can't tell women apart when they wear those things.
I can't anymore. It's okay. It's a little excessive.
And women
now.
should only ever do it with their husbands. I got a hacksaw on me right here. Let's get to removing those clitorises. I'm gonna be skipping the rest of the President Sunday shit because I just don't care. I agree that his video was dog shit and he handled this situation poorly, but I also don't care enough about the guy to defend him or condemn him. He's a nobody who really shouldn't have a quarter of a Willie Mack video dedicated to him. Let's just—
Good point, good point.
Let's move on to the stuff about the man of the hour, Beckett. Willie Mack pulls Beckett into a call, questioning him as to why he didn't reach out to the victim first. Beckett could have easily answered with all the stuff we went over already. Well, I didn't really see a need to reach out to her. After all, she could have been paid off. If that was the case, she would have lied to me. Even then, enough of the information was—
That's a dog shit point, okay? Why would you just not, like, it's not like reaching out will sabotage anything. She could be paid off and not give you an honest answer. That doesn't mean you shouldn't reach out at all, because even that, if she gives you a dishonest answer, would still be indicative of something and give you something to talk about. So this is like a weird excuse to not reach out.
Pretty public for me to come to the conclusions I did. But since Beckett is not talking to an autistic person who's currently getting canceled and someone who is going on the offense, not the defense, his body instinctively starts pumping estrogen into every cell. It was so bad that I thought he was going to sprout a vagina any moment. Beckett cries about how much pressure he was under and that he didn't have enough—
He's always doing that. Literally always. It's funny. Him and Stardust have a lot of, like, commonalities.
Time to finish the video. Come on, Beckett. It's not like someone uploaded an early draft of your video before it was ready, or anything like that.
At any point, did you try to reach out to Pixie?
No. But to be clear, this was a very brief period, a couple of days. I clearly did want to reach out to people. There was actually a conversation where I wanted to reach out to Lonerbox. So I don't know Pixie.
But why did you reach out to Lonerbox?
I didn't. But that's partly because of what Loner had just done on the stream. I think that's a mistake, by the way. I'll own that mistake. But
How is Beckett still cool with Willie Matt? Like, I mean, that should, like, you know what, like, a spineless, like, bitch-made coward he is. Like, he probably has, like, his first-hand account of, like, Willie Mack's, like, disingenuousness, like, in terms of, like, the efforts he's gone to act as controlled opposition for Destiny. Like, it's just crazy to me.
obviously wanted to reach out to people. For instance, I went to FPS Diesel for an optics check on the DMs and what he thought.
You went to FPS Diesel for an optics check.
I was reaching out to Nick.
Yeah, I went to the captain of the Titanic to teach me how to fucking steer a ship.
Diesel, no less than Beckett and Sunday. What does going to them do?
Wait a second. Beckett reached out to FPS Diesel and Nick on what he should do with his video? Huh, it almost sounds like his videos are made by committee. Well, a few people reacted to my last video on Beckett and they were like, huh, he doesn't make videos by committee, Char. That's what you do. He wasn't projecting. Fuck off. He does exactly what I used to do. The same stuff he got on my case for. He's a spineless moron with no opinions of his own. And this video and my last video absolutely prove it.
Realize why I'm so critical, though, of you and Sunday? Because, hold on, you're telling me, though, that this was done over a couple of days. You didn't bother to reach out to Lonerbox or Pixie, and you guys went for the story anyway. How did you even get the draft? Was that from Aaron too?
Sorry, get the
draft,
draft
like Pixie's draft statement.
Yeah, I showed that in the DMs. Yeah.
So you guys have a draft from her. It seems like she's going to come out in some way because she has a fucking written draft. Like, it blows my mind, man. Like, you've been somebody where I've been told over and over again, nah, dude, Cope and Steve is great. He does great videos, takes a lot of care with them. And it's like, to me, I'd look at this, I'm like, it just seems like such a selfish story.
Beckett only has a reputation that he does great research because he always agrees with the popular opinion, and his friends constantly jack him off. Even though Beckett was on the winning side against Destiny, he still dropped the ball. However, he didn't drop it as hard as Willie Mack thinks he did. But since Beckett wants to keep his connection with Willie Mack and the other commentary bros, he's unable to defend himself because he's a clout chaser who just uses
He just sits there and takes it.
people as stepping stones.
Well, hold on. Let me be clear. I don't think selfish.
Yeah, like, Beckett made the point to me, like, he's not scared to talk to me because look at how he is with Queeman or whatever. But when I watch his conversations with Queeman, I see no pushback. Even on points, Beckett is, like, demonstrably, like, shown disagreement with prior. There's, like, on Beckett's end, it's very, like, he'll, like, kind of dip a toe into a position, get pushback from Queeman, and, like, he'll either subtly fail to drop it without being aggressive or hostile, or he just will concede, because, like, he's, like, a coward or whatever, and it's, like, I mean, sure, you might not be, like, scared of a like, it seems like he placates Queeman because Queeman has something to offer, right? Like, as opposed to if it's somebody like Jar, if it's somebody like me, where he feels like we would have nothing to offer, he's not trying to placate us. When my viewership started doing better, he started to get way more reasonable to me, I guess, for a little bit, before he then just, like, went back in. But he all but concedes. On the last one, he didn't. But on other ones, he's, like, granted Queeman, like, shit that he obviously didn't agree with.
Take a look, person, and there are issues there. But I don't think selfish is fair.
In what way is that not selfish?
Well, because I didn't do this to get clout or money or like claim. I thought this was going to end my fucking channel.
What? He thought Sunday releasing a video would end his channel? That's gotta be the first time anyone has ever said that.
Sunday was going to release a video. I thought, I know Sunday, and I thought what needed to be done at the same time was painting a picture of what happened but behind the scenes to explain why so many people had these DMs. What I needed was Sunday's DMs with Straighterade. I didn't expect this to be a video where
I gotta be honest, I don't want to rewatch the whole, like, call-ins to, from the time or whatever. You can watch this yourself if you want. This already been covered back and forth. But, what we will check out is Jar's call-in to Queeman after this. So let's take a look at this. Like the stream, by the way, if you haven't already. Great way to help me out. And let's take a look here at the call-in. Nine hours ago, timestamp got sent to me. What are we looking for? 3:04.
Before you.
Quinnan looking at his new girlfriend. Oh wait, this would have been from yesterday. Sorry, I'm on the wrong stream. I think it's the one from yesterday, my bad. Is it the one?
Round tactics.
No, it's not.
Backstabby behavior.
Today, I had it right the first time.
Later. Okay. All right. Which way at the moment? Just be a moment, guys.
About him asking me if I look at Gardevoir porn. What's that?
He's already clipped a video of it? Oh. Shit, we'll just watch the clipped video then. Never mind. Mike, no, that's from the old combo.
Was it recorded?
That's the old combo.
No, I didn't record it.
Was that true? Were you asking about Gardevoir porn?
If I did, I certainly don't remember it.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone's hating. I don't think anyone here is hating on discussion of Gardevoir porn. But it's interesting that he brings that up.
It would be something I would say to fuck with someone, that's for sure.
I think I'm missing some context.
Sure, but I can't remember ever fucking with someone like that.
Okay, well, so, I mean, was there any specific point you wanted to call in about, or was it just generally about that segment? Did you see the Beckett conversation the other night, or?
I did. I've never seen you more angry at him.
Yeah, I was pretty mad at him. Yeah.
Yeah, like, what I find funny is that he said, I saw a video of his where he said, I will go over Jar's Nick's videos if he addresses the fact that he lied. So then I was like, okay, what did I lie about? Dude, are you being retarded? I fucking DM'd you about it. It shows a DM that just shows him accusing me of lying about something to do with my first Cine
Without
draft.
going into... Beckett does this all the time.
He finally said what it was, and I was like...
He pretends like you had some extensive conversation about a point, but it's actually like he might have vaguely brought it up to you or something.
Oh, holy fuck, does this dude really think that, like, I only showed the rape comic in the original video and not the
Yeah, he did think that, and then he said to Queeman, he thought that was like proof of you, like a lie or something, that you had to have read the Nobody actually believes Jar read a 300-page document.
Version, like I showed it in both. Like, this is not the gotcha you think it is. So I addressed it. So I finally addressed it. So do you think Beckett is finally gonna go over my Nick videos now that I
Nope. He's gonna find some like weird technicality that makes it sound like he didn't address it, so then he never has to cover it.
Addressed what he wanted me to address?
No. Especially not if you. I don't think he'll do it. Period. I don't think he'll ever. I don't think that's like totally bullshit. he'll never, no matter how much you address it, accept any level of addressing. However, I think what will be interesting now is there's this walked back version of the claim that I do somewhat agree with, and maybe you could contest it in some way. The walked back version that Beckett's now on is this idea that you claim, basically, that if your roommate had been around to help you read the 300-page document, or if Kumo hadn't uploaded the video and you'd been given that extra time for your roommate to come back and give you that help, your opinion probably would have changed about the Cine Bear allegations. Do you feel like that's true? Do you feel like your opinion would have changed if you had that ability to gain that extra information?
Well, from what I can recall and what I've shown, I was trying to reach out to both Eno and Jack to get their sides of the story as well, because I was really nervous
Eno's
about
the
like,
14-year-old Cine Bear
messing things
accuser.
up back then. Like I was.
Is it just them talking about Cine shit?
Like very. I wasn't.
Yeah, there's not gonna be a whole lot here for me to comment on. What else?
Doing so hot back then.
Hold on, there's not gonna be a whole lot for me to comment on this, Colin. Let's take a look at. Yeah, no. Is Jimmy still alive? Let's look. Oh fuck! No, he is it. Okay, I don't really have anything else to cover. This was like a topic-less stream. It's quick short stream because it's fucking late. Next stream will be much longer. I promise you. Okay, you have my word. I know the last two have been pretty fucking short, but I'm gonna send you guys into Jimmy just because we don't really have a whole lot else. Nothing's really happening. So go take a look at this. I'll see you guys, I think, tomorrow. Bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.